on a nigga because a nigga is focused. I'ma keep on climbing, yeah. Riding around in my town, keep chasing that bag cause I'ma keep on going. I'ma keep on showing, yeah. Back up, I see frowns, they hate on a nigga because a nigga is focused. I'ma keep on climbing, yeah. Riding around in my town, keep chasing that bag cause I'ma keep on going. I'ma keep on showing, yeah. Back up, I see frowns, they hate on a nigga because a nigga is focused. I'ma keep on climbing, yeah. Riding around in my town, keep chasing that bag cause I'ma keep on going. I'ma keep on showing, yeah. Back up, I see frowns, they hate on a nigga because a nigga is focused. I'ma keep on climbing, yeah. I'm on some bullshit, cheese in my head, chasing this bread, kids don't get fed, none like the rest. Been about $1, bitch, I'm up on my shit.
On a mission, we be really politicking, while we whipping in the kitchen, God be my witness. At the age of 15, I was fighting my fitness, my life so gifted, my life on a mission. Pussy niggas always hating, nigga, get out your feelings. Bitch, leave him at the dentist. Everything I own, pink slipping, ain't rented. House on the hills, let me show you how I'm living.
Riding around in my town, keep chasing that bag cause I'ma keep on going. I'ma keep on showing, yeah. Back up, I see frowns, they hate on a nigga because a nigga is focused. I'ma keep on climbing, yeah. Riding around in my town, keep chasing that bag cause I'ma keep on going. I'ma keep on showing, yeah. Back up, I see frowns, they hate on a nigga because a nigga is focused. I'ma keep on climbing, yeah.
New bag, new bitch, yeah, all that. New car, new fit, yeah, all that. Yeah, I'm really in the field, I'm with all that. And can't trust these niggas, so gotta fall back. A nigga tryna stay focused. I can't get time back. I was down for $1 million dealing with snake cats. I hate that. Anything I say in my raps, baby, I stay fact. You cannot sit at my table if it ain't about racks. Cause I've been on my grind for a minute. In and out of state applying pressure in these trenches. And we cannot talk if we ain't talking about the chicken. And bitch, I'm from the mud, I get easily in my feelings. I'm really from the slums, so you know how I'm living. I'm really from the slums, so you know how I'm living.
Riding around in my town, keep chasing that bag cause I'ma keep on going. I'ma keep on showing, yeah. Back up, I see frowns, they hate on a nigga because a nigga is focused. I'ma keep on climbing, yeah. Riding around in my town, keep chasing that bag cause I'ma keep on going. I'ma keep on showing, yeah. Back up, I see frowns, they hate on a nigga because a nigga is focused. I am on my grind, trying to do it right.
Thank you for tuning in. Trying to get it together for y'all.
Together, money on my mind. Bitch, I'm on the grind. You a freaky bitch, let me put something together. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na, I can't stop.
Oh, na 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 na. I can't stop, no Wi-Fi, baby, I can hit your hot spot. Yeah, we hand
to the top, and money ain't a thing, we gon' make that thing drop. Tryna feel when you're mental, baby girl, you're spiritual. Tryna show you all these new things, tryna show you all these diamond rings, tryna take you on a new trip, tryna show you all these new clips, like a movie scene, tryna elevate your mind frame, baby you ain't fucking with a lane, I can show you to them new things, I'm on my grind, niggas tryna take my shine, bitches wanna chill but we can link up later, I'm on my grind, tryna do it right. Through some shit, tryna get it together. Money on my mind, bitch, I'm on the grind. You a freaky bitch, let me put something together. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, na 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 na, I can't stop.
My little Bonnie and Clyde, I know baby gon' ride. We get to the bag and never fucked up, but think I'ma try. Take my chance and roll the dice. Pussy looking hella right. I'ma beat it down, fuck around and how you stuck for life. That money keep calling, calling. And we gon' stay ballin', ballin', ballin'. Cause I'm on my grind and we don't waste time. Let's get it together and we gon' be fine. Ain't cuffin' no bitches, you know they ain't mine. My rollie too flooded, bitch, I can't tell time.
Oh, I am on my grind, tryna do it right. Through some shit, tryna get it together. Money on my mind.
Appreciate y'all for tapping
in. You a freaky bitch, let me put something together. Oh, na 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 na.
Yeah, just let me know y'all enjoy the music, man. That's from my brothers, actually. That music is from my brothers, man. We play it because we love it. You know, you gotta show support for the brothers. My actual blood brothers, you know, so. And I know it's not copyrighted information. It kind of may, I'm showing support, but also, we not doing nothing wrong. We don't feel dirty, we don't owe anybody. So that's why we do things of that nature. You hear me? Show support while simultaneously getting that music up out of there, Hopefully you guys enjoy it just like I enjoy it, So today, this is what we got. Shout out to you guys for tapping in. Thank you guys for being here. You could be anywhere else. But as you know, Charlie Kirk was assassinated, right? We have a lot of conspiracy theories going on as far as Candace Owens and how people feel about her, right? Now, I understand, right? I understand why people are questionable, or people are questioning the judicial system because they got it wrong a lot of times, especially when it comes to high profile cases, right? John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King, 9/11, things of that nature, right? COVID, things of that nature, okay? People criticize people for questioning things. So at this point, most conspiracy theorists were right, okay? Let's be real. I consider myself a conspiracy theorist as well. We've been right about a whole bunch of things, right? And it's crazy that people don't even understand how untrustable this government is. I don't care who's in office. It can be Trump, whatever. Now, like, I'm a Trump supporter, right? Or I supported Trump. I don't turn my back on him fully, okay? Because that's not who I am, but I do understand why people question his authority and question who's controlling him. I mean, I get it, right? But I'm not a total, douchebag who just don't understand what's going on like I do. I get it, okay? Iran, Israel and things of that nature. I don't, and mind you, I do not support that war. I don't support any influence outside of America, right? If you get the gist, you understand what I'm saying, all right? I don't support I also don't support dual citizenship, right? You have to be loyal to America, especially if you come into America and you have to become a full-blooded American, all right? You can't be flying two flags at once. We don't know who you're loyal to. You have to prove your loyalty. But outside of what I think, right? Conspiracy theorists been winning. Aside the Epstein situation, right? Nothing to look for here, right? He was convicted. Get over it. No. They've been, eating people, right? I mean, we've been saying this. It's heinous. Now you can find not old videos of me. You can find old videos of me too, but some of them were took down because, YouTube didn't like that. Let's be real. Let's look crooked. We do it live. Don't forget it. My videos were taken down from YouTube because they didn't like that. All right. Certain things I said about Bill Gates, they didn't like that. But conspiracy is just questions. If for face value, it's just questions. All right. We don't trust the system because the system is not trustable. Do you shame us for that? Because if that's the case, you have to totally believe in that 9/11 had no inside influence. It's just whatever. Who was in office at the time? Not Bill Clinton. What was his name? Freaking guy. Yeah, Bush. Okay. Whatever he said, you take it for face value. He was correct. Okay. But most people don't believe that now. But back then, right? And this is my thing, right? We'll get more into it, right? As we play the debate. Andrew Wilson is coming from that standpoint. Well, they said, like, the government said that Iraq did it. They had a big influence on, destroying the Twin Towers. Now, if you take it for face value, if you watch the news, yeah, of course. If you don't dig deeper than what they just said, what they tell you to believe, I mean, of course it makes sense. But if you did your own research and you analyze things, you find out that it was all a lie. That it was all a lie. Okay? Operation Paperclip, Operation MK Ultra, right? In the government side, those things didn't exist until we forced their hand, right? These are the conspiracy theories. These are the people that question everything, right? But in this situation with Charlie Kirk, people are shaming people for literally just asking questions. I get it, right? It's a lot of people involved in it, as far as family, wife, lost her husband, kids lost their father. I get it. But when you start telling people shut up and stop asking questions because you hurting somebody, we have to say it's weird. We have to say it's weird. It's weird. At face value, it's just weird. Like, I want somebody that love me to question this shit. Especially with the Israel situation. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. You have to fucking ask questions. Right? I look, with Candace Owens doing her thing, like, if she's wrong, fuck it, she's wrong. But if I was her and that was my good friend, I'd rather be wrong than not even research or even try to question things. That seems skeptical. But who we got today? We got Andrew Wilson, right? I don't know the other guy. And we got Stu Peters debating about the Charlie Kirk situation, the conspiracy, about not just taking for face value what the media tells you to believe or what they expose as far as evidence. And you got Andrew Wilson saying, hey, dude, they already showed this. The dude says he's guilty. He's guilty by what we see. He's guilty. And I understand both sides. I understand both sides. But I think it's honestly, like, from my standpoint, and I think you guys will see this as well, I kind of think that this is not a debate. People believe what they want to fucking believe, no matter what. And you'll see this throughout the debate, right? And you're going to get a lot of over talking. It's kind of hard to listen to this shit, but I get it. People are emotional and they want to be right. Everybody wants to be fucking right, but nobody want to listen. I get it. It's human nature, right? Self-righteousness overrides, morality sometimes, right? But you got Sneeko as a moderator, right? And obviously, and you could tell whose side Sneeko is on. I'm not saying he's right or wrong, but you could tell the biasness. It's not right. You feel what I'm saying? But we're gonna get a little bit into this, man. And I appreciate you guys for tapping in and being here, because you don't gotta be here, man. But you're here with me, right? Let's get into the video. Let's react to it.
I mean, I guess it's going to have to be.
All right, so I want this to be a fair, open discussion. This is a Charlie Kirk debate about his assassination. There's a point of contention about what happened, and I would like to do a 2-minute intro and then a 1-minute rebuttal, and then we can have free flow discussion, and then I'll only interject if there is too many interruptions. And also, I don't like ad hominem attacks. I want this to be fair and wanted to discuss what's really happening. So I'll give one warning for ad homs, and then the second one just will disqualify and then end it. Does that sound good?
It does. Give me one quick second to fix the camera here.
No problem.
That my producer messed it up. Go quick.
It's gonna be a lot of ad hominem attacks. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I mean, it gets hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Apparently, I'm the reason that people hate Muslims in America now.
No, that's supposed to be out of scene.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I just
Source. That's supposed to be source. There you go.
Yeah, and flock cameras exist for you and I, right?
Yeah, flock cameras are good now. That's what that's all about. Stu, can you raise your microphone a little bit? It's a little low. Your audio.
I don't know. I just joined Zoom. Like,
is there a way you can make it louder, or maybe I can just raise your volume?
All right, I'm all set.
Now I'm gonna be completely honest, bro. The way Sneeko been acting as far as this Muslim shit, bro, and I think Sneeko is he changed his image. It's okay to change as a person, bro. But I can't stand Sneeko no more, bro. I can't stand him. I am a Christian, but that don't mean that I'm against Muslims. Christians doesn't mean against Muslims, but it is the other way when you go to Muslim countries. You can't be an okay Christian, okay? You're tolerated, okay? You're tolerated for a minute. When you look at Nigeria, look what's happening, okay? I don't like that. When he was debating with Alex Jones, it didn't seem like he respected Alex Jones. And Alex Jones put in a lot of work. You can call him whatever the freak you want to call him. Alex Jones has put on for a lot of people, right? He said the things that most people did not want to say in the times because they didn't accept. He was a tinfoil hat. He was looked at as a tinfoil hat, weirdo, creepy guy, Pizzagate, all this foolishness was weird. You don't touch this subject because it's weird. Alex Jones been putting in work. Respect your fucking elders, bro. I didn't like how he handled that debate. That really pissed me off because I respect Alex Jones to the fullest. Okay, I am an info warrior. Of course I am. I love Alex Jones. Love me some Alex Jones. So the way he handled that debate, you're done. You're cooked. Okay, but I won't hold that against him. You're not totally cooked because nobody's ever totally cooked. But the way you handled that show's character and the way that you were being disingenuous. I'm talking to Sneeko here. He was being disingenuous when Alex Jones brought up that video. He was talking about this is Mondamni's country and that struck a nerve. But let's get into it, guys.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
It's good. Okay, chat's saying it's fine. Okay, that sounds great. All right, so see who goes first. Someone want to flip a coin to see who could decide who goes first for 2 minutes?
No, I don't care. Andrew can go first.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me either.
Okay,
Go ahead,
Andrew, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. So thanks, Stu, first and foremost, for actually having this debate, as almost nobody else on your side will. To make my position crystal clear on this, as I have many times before, there could have been a conspiracy to murder Charlie Kirk, though it's more likely it would have come from left-wing groups or agitators. But what I assess as evidence, and it's standard, just to clarify this very quickly, evidence is information, facts, data, or materials which support a claim and truth, hypothesis, or assertion, and it doesn't always support a conclusion. Proof is a successful demonstration of a claim. Stu Peters, like many of these independent investigators working on the Kirk case, produced some evidence for some claims, but never proof. And their evidence always falls short for there to be a conclusion, especially the ones that they propel as being factual. An example of this, if I say I am holding a cigarette, that is evidence I'm holding one. But if I show you that I'm holding a cigarette, that would be proof. Stu has made many claims. Some he just plain has no evidence for, and some so little it just doesn't support his conclusion. He's going to ask a lot of questions, but he doesn't seem to be great at demonstrating the claims that he's already made. Claim 1, Stu Peters says Andrew Colvett is Jewish. This was posted by him September 21st. Quote, Andrew Colvett is a Jew. I'm not buying even one piece of the official Charlie Kirk assassination story. No evidence given for the claim at all. Both of Colvett's parents were Catholic. There isn't any evidence he has any ethnic Jewish blood at all. So that's just totally made up. Claim 2, quote, we now with 100% certainty know that Andrew Colvett was linked to Fort Huachuca in the days and weeks leading up to Charlie Kirk's assassination. That was July 17th on X. Colvette denies the claim, and the only evidence Stu has made for the claim is a man named Snow, who
10
also
seconds.
believes. What? You said 3 minutes.
That's a 2. You want? I can push it to 3
Oh.
if you guys both agree.
Yeah, you said 3 minutes.
Okay, let's do
yeah.
3. You have another minute, Stu. I'll give you 3 as well. Go ahead.
Colvette denies the claim. The only evidence Stu has made for the claim is a man named Stowe, who also believes his father is the Zodiac killer and that a cockroach he captured was actually a spying device. Thus far, he hasn't shown us the cockroach even. Snow has provided no evidence for the presence of Andrew Colvette, Erica Kirk, or anybody being at Fort Huachuca. Past, trust me, bro, I saw them. Next, he uses Anna Escobar and her Google Analytics, which can't be replicated as the data isn't there. But most importantly, from her own admission.
Now, the standpoint that Andrew Wilson is throwing out there is that if you say something, you better fucking, if you want me to change my fucking mind, this is the average person, right? Even with the, right, we bringing up 9/11. If you want me to change my mind from what I actually see, because this is the evidence put on, and I understand it because not everybody not everybody on that. I get it. This is a normie, okay? We call them normies in the conspiracy world. Normie, all right? If you want me to believe what the fuck you say, you better show me. If you can't show me, I don't believe it. That's what the election fraud. That's what during COVID, these people making false data to get a stipend from the government as far as hospitals. You can just tell them, hey, yo, you've been lied to. Fuck no. Where am I being lied to at the time? You could probably show them Anthony Fauci, lying, saying, wear 2 masks now. Wear 1 mask. Get 1 booster will work. No, get 30 boosters. Fuck it. But that takes time, right? It's hard to convince somebody they were lied to, right? It's hard to. So I'm not saying in this situation it's that, but when you come in with shit like Candace Owens is coming out with, I understand the standpoint of other conservatives, right? We all conservatives in this conservative room. Saying, hey, bro, if you saying this shit, if you saying that this person is you saying that this person is involved in this shit, it better be concrete evidence. If not, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And this is, and when it comes to conspiracy theories, I've done it myself, right? Done it myself. It's real. A lot of times, it's a lot of gaps. We just fill it in because if there's gaps, it has to be this because of what I've shown. We got this. We don't have like actual tangibles, like as far as like you seen a person do it, but leading up to who they're around, you can make conclusions about this person that's with Hillary Clinton, this person that's with Epstein, this person does this person does that. Who is this person around? This person got some weird ass art. Anthony Weiner laptop. We got things to bunch them all together. A lot of people don't like shit like that. It's like, well, it's just weird pictures. To us, it's like, what the fuck is that? This person has to be in some weird like cult situation. But regular people, it's like they don't even want to think about that unless you got some concrete evidence. So I understand the normie standpoint. Okay, you just got to be fair. If you gonna argue a point and you try to change their mind, his point of contention is you got to have concrete evidence. All right, if not, you just talking shit. Believe me, bro.
May not have come from the base at all, as there are 45,000 residents in that suburb. 6,500 at the base. She says this herself. There's no good reason to believe, based on this evidence, that Erica Kirk was ever there, or Andrew Colvette, or anybody else Snow claims was. In other words, Stu Peters can't actually tie anybody to actually being there, even though he claims Andrew Colvette is 100% tied to the fort, a guy who's never been there. Thus, the evidence doesn't support the conclusion. His conclusion is that TPUSA reps Erica Kirk and Israel work together to Kirk, and we in no way ever get to that conclusion. I think that it's a bummer we only have 3 minutes to do.
Now, we don't trust Israel. I get it. All right. We don't trust Israel. But is that not a bold claim, though? I mean, I respect Candace Owens. I respect that, her friend being unalive and she's trying her hardest to figure this shit out. Where the gaps are at, there is a conspiracy. I get it. But is that not bold? If you believe that Candace Owens is on to something, right? Because she showed, I don't watch her podcast like that. I do sometimes, not, but I don't tap into everything like I want to. But if you're gonna believe that, right? On the opposing side, do you think that's a little bit too extreme to believe? Like, if you was hearing some shit for the first time, a person like mashing some shit together, saying, well, you know, Israel's involved in this and then and not Netanyahu and all. Okay. All right. That's bold. You know, everybody was in on it that was there in Utah. Huh? All right. I hear you. I hear you. But and most people are also scared to believe that shit because to believe that is to not believe to believe that is to not believe anything. And you know, from what Andrew Wilson's debate is, once you continuously watch this, you're gonna come with conclusions yourself. It's really hard to not think that way if you see the guy having DNA on the gun and all this other stuff, and him actually saying he did it. How you gonna talk a person out of that? Like how? And also with the conspiracy theory, sometimes you are denial. You want to believe what you want to believe, but you could be fucking wrong. Every human needs to stand this, dude. You don't know everything, and you can be wrong. Don't be afraid to apologize. Don't be afraid to be wrong sometimes. Okay. All right. Come on, let's get it.
This, but okay. All
Okay,
right.
perfect. Stu, you have 3 minutes starting now.
So the reason why I took this debate is because Erica Kirk and Andrew Kovic and Blake Neff won't debate. Jack Posobiec won't debate. And apparently you are the paid shill to come out here and push the idea that Tyler Robinson is definitely guilty and he shot and killed Charlie Kirk with his grandfather's stolen .30-06. You spoke of evidence and you spoke of claims. Jack Posobiec made a claim. He claimed that he saw a 4K HD video. Benny Johnson made the claim that you can see Tyler Robinson taking the shot and that this is an open and shut case. Fact is that there is no evidence that is convincing anyone that Tyler Robinson is in fact guilty in the shooting death of Charlie Kirk, and that is what has led to what I would say is inarguably the world's largest in history crowdsourced investigation into who it is that's responsible for the murder of Charlie Kirk. So, I mean, I can yield my time because I'm just interested in Andrew's debate points. So, what evidence do you?
But this is kind of a tough place to be in, right? If you're saying that I believe that this kid is liable for Charlie Kirk's assassination. People think, oh well, you're Israel shield. You're getting paid by Israel. So all right, cool, all right. And if you don't believe that kid is guilty, they saying that, well, bro, you sticking up for this murderer? You sticking up for this person? What are you? You're a conspiracy theorist. This is literally dividing the conservative party right here and right now. It's just dividing people because in a conservative realm, it's easy. It was super cool to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm not gonna lie. It was okay because we understand that the government's lied to us plenty of times. We got proof. We got proof that they lied plenty of times. They're not trustable. We get it. But is it a such thing as too fucking far? Like, all right, bro, I get it. But now you got past conspiracy theorists saying that's too much, and you got individuals that that have always been conspiracy theorists going a little bit further. Like, okay, it don't make sense. Now, do I think the guy did it? It's very much so possible. Do I think that Israel, will assassinate folks if they don't agree with them? Yeah, I get it. Especially if they pay. Yes, it's possible. Very much so possible. So either way, it's possible. But to say that this young man is totally exonerated from Charlie Kirk's assassination, that's deep, bro. That's too deep for me. Like, I don't think that you could just exclude him from being too much is pointing him to that situation. Now, believe me, bro, ain't gonna change my mind. I don't think it was gonna change anybody's mind.
You have, rather than shifting the burden on Stu Peters, rather than shifting the burden where I have to prove that it was a trapdoor and a magnetic force field and a drone swarm and an exploding mic and a second gunman on the Losi Center, rather than talking about Ana Escobar and Google search images, let's just talk about your evidence. What evidence is it, rather than shifting the burden onto me, that you want to debate that will satisfy the audience that Tyler Robinson definitely shot Charlie Kirk?
You have 1 minute, but I think you can yield the time. So let's do 1 minute rebuttal uninterrupted from Andrew, and then another 1 minute rebuttal from Stu, and then we can go to free flow discussion. Andrew, you have a minute.
Yeah, so these aren't the claims. Right now, there's a trial going on. Neither of us have access to the totality of the evidence. So I don't even need to make the claims. Not necessary. You have made actual claims here. You have claimed that Charlie Kirk was killed by a microphone.
So it's a stalemate. Basically, Andrew's trying to depict his evidence that he so-called claim that he has, as far as where's these conspiracies coming from. Andrew wants to depict them and basically say that's not true. It's not true, and it irritates me too when they do that, because they did it a lot during COVID. No. A person would say, if they found out any conservative is coming out saying that, not saying COVID is fake, as far as the, as far as the disease, whatever the fuck you call it. But most people would not, if it was a conservative saying it, fuck no, hell no, I don't care who's saying it. I believe in World Health Organization. Like, they won't lie to you. But it depends on who's giving people the message sometimes. And it's weird. It's very weird, right? But it depends sometimes who's giving these folks the message, because they're not willing to listen to no conservative. And same thing on an opposing side, right? It depends on who's giving the message. So these guys are basically going back and forth. Tell me what you said so I can basically throw that in the trash. Tell me what you said so I can throw it in the trash. You tell me. Bro, I get it, man. But I think that the person that's throwing out these conspiracies, they really care about Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was well loved. And the situation is fucking weird. It's weird, right? It's fucking weird. At best, it's weird. I understand both sides, right? But mind you, when you take stuff at face value in this country, you then exclude a lot of things that's shaky. Exclude a lot of things that's fucking shaky, bro. And we have to admit that, because the government have got away with a lot of shit. And we may not be alive when the actual evidence, right? If this comes to be with Israel, Israel situation, and they did, take part in this assassination, you might not find out until way later. So by that time, nobody cares. Just like COVID, when you find out it's fake and you got 30,000 boosters, your cousin got 30,000 boosters, do you think they give a fuck about the truth? They don't even talk about it anymore. But you was willing to snitch on me when I didn't take the vaccine, because I was killing grandma, right? See how that go? Nobody cares when the truth come out, right? Nobody cares.
He was murdered by a microphone, even though it's the case that when did this and the Israelis did this and they had exploding pagers, there was smoke, there was all sorts of things like this. You have never provided a single piece of evidence for that absurd claim, not one in that claim. You're avoiding your claim for
I know, but Andrew, could you at least admit that it is possible that can happen? Or are you just saying that I didn't see it, it didn't happen? I didn't see it, it didn't happen. You got to give Israel their props. They do a lot of fucked up shit, bro. If they want to, they can do some fuck that they have evidence. I'm not saying there's evidence when it comes to Charlie Kirk, but if they wanted to, they could have. Be honest with you, they could have.
Juka, you're not actually telling us how it is that you could make the claim that Colvette was 100% there. That's what you claimed. Do you have any evidence to support that other than Snow saying, trust me, bro? No.
Okay, so
how do you get to these conclusions, dude? How do you get to the conclusions of what it is that you think? Right now, we have a trial going on. And here's the thing. I'm happy to take...
That's a minute, Andrew. We can do free flow. Let's give a minute. We'll go to free flow. Let's do a minute from Stu, and then we'll go free flow. Go ahead, Stu.
We wouldn't be talking about any of this at all if you're here to debate the claims that Erica Kirk makes that Tyler Robinson's guilty, that Jack Posobiec says Tyler Robinson's guilty. That's the claim that has been made. That is the man who's on trial for his life. And there is no trial. Actually, preliminary hearings have taken place, at which point the prosecution was supposed to provide the most damning evidence possible to take this thing to a trial where they'll stick a needle in his arm or put him in a gas chamber or blow his head off or whatever it is that they're going to do so they can get him out of here. Jack Posobiec, Erica Kirk forgives this man as if he's already guilty. The claims have been made by everybody that pays you. You're paid by Turning Point USA. They apparently, nobody that likes them wants to do business. So they come and get a guy that hates them. You're on the record saying Erica Kirk is fucked until the minute that you take a paycheck, and now she's the best at everything, and Tyler Robinson is definitely guilty. So we are here to talk about the evidence that you have.
10 seconds.
Tyler Robinson Charlie Kirk.
No, that's not what we're here to discuss. We're here to discuss all claims being made. And if you
So
want to take,
wait.
hang
Are
on,
you
hang on. If
telling
you want to
me
take 30
that
minutes,
you don't have any
if you want
evidence?
to take, hang on, bro, listen to what I'm saying. If you want to take 30 minutes to discuss your claims and then 30 minutes to discuss mine, I'm happy to do that. But you can't shift out of the burden of your own claims. Can we start with those? And then after that 30 minutes is done,
The
you
burden
can ask
is
me
not
whatever
on
it
me.
is that
The
you
burden
want.
isn't on me.
The
It's
burden
not
is on you
Anna
for claims that
Escobar.
you've
It's
made.
not on
It's
Candace Owens. It's not on Baron Coleman. The burden is not on any of us.
Then let me just ask you directly.
not how
Did
these cases
Erica
work.
Kirk and TP, by the way, I don't work for TPUSA. That's a lie. Secondly,
What do you mean? You
when
went on
you-
stream and said
yeah.
that you took a job with Turning Point.
no, I didn't.
Yes,
I
you
went
did.
on stream, and here's my exact words.
You're
I
denying that
I
you
have
went on stream and said that you worked
self-anointed
for Turning Point.
myself. I don't work for TPUSA.
You didn't get
And
paid
I
by
never
Turning
made the
Point
claim.
USA.
Sure, to give a debate course.
Okay, so you've been paid.
But bro, see, when you get shit wrong like that, you lose credibility. Okay, just stop throwing shit out there because it make it seem like you just you willy nilly with the. Okay, so can I trust what you're saying, bro? Because the person that you making this claim on is also telling you, bro, you got yes, but I work, I work for them, but just a debate course. You saying as if nigga they pay you are a paid shill. Okay, we know what you're doing, bro, but don't. My thing is this. Right now, it's all about believing. Who do I fucking believe? All right. When you lose credibility, you lose viewers because it's like, all right, what's your point? What are you doing this for? What are you saying this about these people for? What are you doing? Do you actually know what the fuck you're saying? Okay, when you throwing out conspiracies, right? It has to stick. You can't just say shit. That's what fucking Andrew Wilson is saying. You're saying that no, it's your job to disprove my conspiracy. No, it's not. It's like asking Hillary Clinton to. She's not going. Come on, bro. She's not. She's gonna use the media to help her, but just to sway the minds. But she's not gonna disprove this foolish. She's just gonna say it's conspiracy. It's weird. Get up out of here. You're a fucking conspiracy theorist. All right. No, you're not gonna get that from me. You're not. Okay. It's your job to prove that conspiracy makes sense. Because that's what he asked you. Where are you getting this shit from? Oh, don't worry about where I got it from. Believe me, bro. It's your job to stop me from making conspiracy. That's not how I go.
Paid by Turning Point USA.
So has their guys who mow their lawn.
Okay, well,
So they work for
that was the
TPUSA
point.
too.
The difference
They work
is
for the
guys
Jews,
that mow
Stu.
the
They work
lawn.
for the.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking
We do it live, guys.
Andrew are not saying on stream, and they're not saying on social media platforms with a big following that Erica Kirk's and then automatically and then turning quickly right after they get paid for their lawn job and the edging and the weeding and the blowing that she's the greatest at everything.
When did I ever say that?
That's what we're here for.
When did I ever say that she's the greatest and the bestest at everything? Just making up, bro.
She's not anymore.
You're just
right?
making up.
She's
all
not
women
retarded.
all women are
Okay, so anyway,
all of them. Am
they
I
can't
stuttering?
find
Hang on,
anyone
listen
who likes
closely.
them.
All women.
they
So
can't
that would
find
necessarily
anyone who
include Erica Kirk. Are all
Okay,
of
this
them.
is what your tactic is. You want to move away from what the debate core is. You want to shift the burden.
I want to know
burden
first of all,
is,
do you believe that there was an
Tell me
exploding
how
microphone?
Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, and
What's the
I'm happy.
evidence of
I'm
that?
happy to get to all these claims. Let's
Okay,
start
well,
with
that's what we're
yours.
here for. So start
You
there.
have
You
made
are the guy who's been
claims.
paid by Turning Point to come
You
here
have
and
made
tell us
claims.
how I'm crazy and Barron's crazy.
Yeah,
and
so let's start with
everybody
your
is
claims.
dangerous.
When was Andrew Colvett
I don't have any
at?
claims. I'm
what-
investigating
was-
what
you
happened
don't
to
have any
Charlie Kirk
claims?
because I don't believe you. I don't
Was
believe
Andrew-
Eric.
Okay, so you lost credibility, Jan. You said you don't have any claims. I'm still investigating. So that means forever changing. So I can't stick you to anything because you shifty. You saying things, but it ain't I can't hold you accountable to nothing you say because guess what? I'm investigating. That's a cop out. That's a cop out, bro. I get it though. See, you're in the midst of questioning. Other people don't understand it, right? And you got people like, well, what I see is different. So you got very popular people like Candace Owens coming out saying things. Of course, they're gonna want to stick something to you because, like, if you want me to believe what Candace Owens is saying, I think she's a kook. Not me, personally. I'm saying on other people's side. Prove it. Oh, I can't prove it. I'm investigating. I mean, this is what investigators do. Well, shit, everything you said is moot then. You just talking, bro. That's all I can say, bro.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I get it. I understand, bro. Andrew Wilson's debate, it makes sense, right? His standpoint makes fucking sense. right? And we'll get further into it and see who's right and who's wrong, right?
Well,
I
listen,
don't believe
was
these people. The
Andrew
burden is
Colvett-
on you.
Was Andrew Colvett at Fort Tuchaka or not?
We're not here to discuss
Answer
Fort
the
Huachuca
question,
or
Stu.
flights or exploding
Was
mics.
he there
We're not
or
here
not,
to debate
Stu?
that. Are you
Stu,
telling
Stu,
me
was he there, Stu?
that
This is a
you-
credibility thing, right? This is what Andrew's very smart. He's using this to attack his credibility. So if you're wrong about that, what else are you wrong about? You just making shit up, right? Did you fact check this shit? You're saying that the person was here, right? Or you said this person was involved in this. And you saying we're not here to talk about. No, we are, because it's a debate. So now I'm trying to get people to say that this motherfucker is a weirdo, because I actually think this, right? And you just ducking and dodging. No, we're not talking about that. No, we are talking about that because it ties to. I'm trying to show people that you just talk shit. You don't mean anything. You're just saying stuff. Okay, you're conspiracy theorists, right? Very smart on Andrew's side. Makes total sense of why he's bringing it up, because it tarnishes your credibility. But like I said, it already destroyed his credibility when he said that. Well, I'm still investigating. I'm not saying anything. Well, you did say a lot of things, okay? But if I can't hold you to nothing, then you basically saying I ain't saying shit. I really ain't saying nothing. Then I'm just talking. But Andrew, right? Andrew got tangibles, right? From what we can see, right?
wasting
Was he
everybody's
there?
time?
Was he there,
Do you
Stu?
not have any evidence that Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk?
Stu, was he there or not?
Did Tyler Robinson?
Was he
Charlie
there
Kirk?
or not?
Did
Stu?
Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk?
I think the evidence supports that. Sure. Now answer my question: was Andrew Colvett at Fort Tuchaka or not? Was he there or not, Stu?
Where's Andrew Colvett? Why won't
Answer
he
the
come out and answer
question,
that
Stu.
question?
And why don't you answer the question since you made the claim? Was he there or not?
Where is the
Where,
evidence that Tyler
Stu,
Robinson
answer my question,
killed
Stu.
Charlie Kirk?
Answer my question. Was he
I'm not
there?
See, now you're being disingenuous again. Like, I'm not on either people's side, right? I know that the government is they lie, they cheat, they steal, they do it, right? I don't give a fuck who's in office, Trump and all that. I voted for Trump. Doesn't fucking matter. They all lie, cheat, and steal, depending on where they trying to go with it. All right. And Charlie Kirk could have been a very well victim of that, right? Very well victim of that. I'm not gonna throw that away just because people's hearsay. Okay, we're not doing that. But it does make you look terrible by not answering the fucking question, right? A lot of people just want to win a debate. They just want to win a debate, not understanding that you got people that's following you. They actually believe what you say. Okay, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're right. Right? I'm just a fly on the wall. But I'm saying that you don't sound credible within the way you're acting. All right, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. All right.
here to
not.
answer your questions.
You're
I'm
not here to
debate
answer
you.
any questions about any of the things that you have postulated as being true.
You're
You
not here
can't
to
support a
answer any
single claim.
questions as to how it is definitely true that Tyler
I
Robinson
swear to
is
you, I'll
guilty.
answer all of yours if you just answer
You've
mine.
been on the internet demonizing everybody who's looking into
Yeah,
the murder of
'cause you
Charlie
won't
Kirk.
answer
You were begging
questions.
for Baron Coleman to come
And
and
you
talk
won't.
about how.
See, but he, as a conspiracy theorist who cares about Charlie Kirk, they both care. I think I believe it. I think they both care, right? Andrew Wilson want to see the guy who shows like evidence that I want to see him get what he deserved, because he took Charlie Kirk, a very well respected figure. And the other guy saying, well, I don't want to see a guy get hung or whatever the hell going on that don't deserve it, right? But I also still want people to get held accountable. They both want justice for Charlie Kirk, just in a different way, all right? But you have to be, if you want a dude to be exonerated that could possibly be a murderer, you better get, if I'm gonna release the shackles from him, you can't just be like, I'm just innocent, bro, because I'm just investigating for my friend. I get it, bro. I get it. We're not saying you got malicious intent, but you could possibly be fucking wrong. It's just what it is. You fighting on the behalf of this kid who actually did not like Charlie Kirk. I'm not saying he should be in jail because he didn't like him, or get life or executed because he didn't like Charlie Kirk. It's not a crime. Now, if he did, and you fight for this kid, you gotta understand you on the wrong side of the field. But I understand how it feels to be wrong sometimes. Okay, you fill in the gaps because the government is they are liars. I get it. They are fucking liars. And, the government is fucking lies, full of liars. They are controlled by a very devious entity. We understand that. We get it. We get it. So you barking down the right tree. It's not like you just fucking, you're not. It's good to be skeptical about the folks and who's backing everything and the motive to this. I get it. Because you be going too far. Let's get it.
Answer any
Tyler
questions
Robinson is
about
so
your
guilty
view.
until I came into the chat.
Was
and I
Andrew
like,
Colvett
okay,
at Fort
tell us
Tuchaka?
how.
Was
Tell us
Andrew
how.
Colvett at
I don't
Fort
know if
Tuchaka?
Andrew Colvett was
Then
at
why
Fort
did you say you
Tuchaka.
were 100% sure he's linked to it?
Okay.
Well, answer the
all,
questions,
do you
Stu.
know all of the evidence that you would have to ignore to consider that to be an outlandish consideration?
You said he was 100% linked. Was that a lie, Stu? Were you lying?
No, I wasn't lying. You
Okay,
said
great.
that
So then
Tyler
show me the
Robinson
100%
killed
link.
Charlie Kirk. Everybody
Show me
at
the
Turning
100%
Point has
link.
said that.
No, they have. In fact, here's the thing that's really funny. First of all,
Erica
I don't
Kirk
work.
forgives that
I don't
man.
work for
So
TPUSA.
if Erica
That's
Kirk
first.
forgives him, then that means that Tyler Robinson killed him. So where's the
Yeah.
evidence of that?
Based on
Jack
the
Posobiec,
supporting
who works
evidence.
for Turning Point USA
Yes.
said, and
Yes.
none of these people, all these people are
I'm sure
cowards,
that
by
they
the way.
do
None
think
of them
that
will
he
come
does.
here and tell
Yes.
me how this is true.
Yeah, but none
You're
of
the
but you
paid
won't
guy
even
who doesn't even
support your
like
claims.
them,
You won't
who's out
even
here
support your claims
trying
now.
to lure
Well,
people
hold on,
into
a lot of
defamation
interrupting.
lawsuits.
Let's try to go one at a time
Okay.
right now. But
Go ahead. Stu.
You're the guy who's out here trying to lure people into defamation lawsuits to make specific claims. When the claim has been made that Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk, it's
Damn, bro. But look, I get it, right? I get it. But also, you're losing credibility again because you more scared about getting a defamation lawsuit than answering real life questions that people may have, right? These are real people watching this debate trying to figure out what the fuck going on, and figure out where you coming from. So if you are telling the truth, he got real evidence, and most people gonna use your talking points, or most people have used your fucking talking points, not knowing you really don't know what the fuck you talking about. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not. Look, like I said, I'm just a fly on the fucking wall. All right, I'm trying to figure it out. We're gonna let it play out. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it does make you look terrible as a creator, as a trustable individual, right? I don't know who he is. I've seen him a couple of times, right? If you watch InfoWars, you've seen a couple of people, but you have to mean what you say and say what you mean. Yes, a defamation lawsuit it's scary. I get it, but you also showing that you're not willing to stick by your arguments. You're not willing to stick by what you truly believe because you know you could be wrong. That shows doubt. That's fine. I get it. Shows doubt. But as a follower, and I'm trying to learn the truth, depending on who to listen to, right? I got my own accusations, right? But if I'm listening to this, trying to fully understand what the fuck is going on, you losing the debate, brother. You losing the debate. Right? You seem a little bit, it seems like Andrew Wilson's holding your feet to the fire, which he should. If you're trying to prove a point, you're trying to debate your point, right? But you don't, if you're a conspiracy theorist and you don't know, and you honestly in your heart, because this is what it shows, right? You don't know what the fuck you talking about, shut the fuck up, bro. Me, right? I'm a conspiracy theorist. I know it. All right? But if I can't stand by it, it's me. I want to talk about it, baby. I can't talk about it. I'll just figure it out when it get there. I'll listen to it. I'll listen, but I won't. It won't come out my mouth because I know I can't back it up.
been made by Erica Kirk. It's been made by Don Trump Jr. It's been made by Jack Posobiec. It's been made by other Turning Point paid shills just like yourself.
Who doesn't work for
Where
Turning
is the
Point?
evidence of that?
Yeah. Okay. Great. So I'm happy to get into all this. In fact, you know what?
Then that's where we'll
I'll
start.
promise you this. Can we do a question for a question?
All right, okay, but that's also a half truth. Okay, and he painting narrative to destroy image. Okay, destroy image. Don't listen to him because he's a paid shill. Don't listen to him because he knows shit. He don't know. He don't stand by anything. He's just fucking saying random shit. I get what you both are doing, but we trying to figure out who murdered Charlie Kirk. Okay, that's the real question. That's the real question. And who's really trying to figure out the truth? Who's really trying to stand by what they believe? And it seems like, Andrew Wilson is more likely to do that. Okay.
How's that?
that's fair.
That's fair. So here's my question.
I'm not
If you
here
answer
to
it.
answer your questions.
I'm not here to
debate
answer any of your
position
questions.
That Tyler Robinson.
I'm
Charlie
not
Kirk.
here to answer any of your. Okay, here I'll start off. Okay, we have
Yeah,
text
so do
message.
you have evidence of that?
We have a text message confessions, Stu. Yes,
Okay, what else?
we have text message confessions, Stu, that they not.
Stu. Stu. All right, we can't say fuck that. Yeah, that works in convicting motherfuckers. They get their text messages. That works all the time to get the right person. Well, let's not act like, yeah, so what? So what's the barrier then? What's the barrier? I'm not, like I said, I'm just a fly on a fucking wall. I'm trying to get this thing figured out. It's easy to believe in Candace Owens, right? I like Candace. I don't have anything bad to say about her. But it's easy to believe in her. But when your shit is challenged, you can't get mad. That shit matters. A person saying, yes, I did it. Okay? Did that person expect to get caught? I don't know. Was it all set up? Could have been. But you gotta circumvent a lot of shit to come up with this conclusion. That's basically what Andrew Wilson is saying. Right? But I also understand that and throughout history, right? The government is so sick with it. So motherfucking sick with it, bruh. That they created events. They created answers. They created so many things to distort your mind from the truth. Okay? Disrupt your mind from the truth. So, could it be possible? Absolutely. Absolutely. But for right now, you're losing this debate, baby. You're losing.
Only took screenshots of, but then they pulled the data off, which show that he texted his boyfriend and admitted to the crime, Stu. Text message confessions. Now, I've answered your question. Please answer mine. Was Andrew Colvett or Erica Kirk at Fort Tachuca or not?
Let's talk about the confession.
Oh my God, this guy!
Because
are we gonna get some moderation? If you want to debate, you have to answer questions too, Stu. Answer my question.
I'm here to debate whether or not Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk. Because
I'm
that's
here
the claim
to debate.
That has been made
Yeah,
by the
and I'm here to debate.
You are out shilling for.
No, the debate topic is this Charlie Kirk assassination.
You said
and
I'll
so
come debate. So
I want to
that's
know
what you're
your
here for.
claims. Answer my
Trying to shift
question
the
now.
burden.
Answer my question.
This is not debating the topic.
And yes, it is debating the topic. Answer my question.
Charlie Kirk.
Okay, you know what? Here, I'll try a different one. See if you can answer another one. Okay, so is it the case then, Stu? Do you believe that a small insect flew into Snow's room and it was actually secretly a government device?
Are you serious? None
Yes.
of this would be a topic of discussion if you could just tell us how Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk. That's the claim that's been made by Turner.
All right, Stu, stop. Come on. We got to stop being disingenuous, okay? This is where it becomes stupid. All right, Stu, come on. He answered. First thing he said was the dude admitted it. They got his text messages. That's proof. Not saying you're going to accept it, but stop saying he's not answering questions. Stop painting a narrative because you're on camera, baby. You're on camera. I'm not on nobody's side. I'm just fly on the wall, but keep in mind, you're on camera. Stop playing.
Just gave you demonstrable evidence that was introduced at the preliminary hearing of text messages, which were taken from Tyler's phone, where he admitted to the entirety of the crime. Stu,
Did Tyler Robinson write those messages?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because the chain of custody of his phone he had in his pocket when he came in.
His phone was taken from him immediately, and then a confession was disseminated on Discord.
So do you think that the
happen?
cop...
So the conspiracy leads to another conspiracy, to the leads to another conspiracy, then leads to another conspiracy. Then it could have been this, it could have been that, it could have been that. I get it, right? You want to find justice for your friend. I get it.
Bruh.
I get it. You want it to be who you want it to be. Okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. But you have, like I said, what you're doing is ignoring all the evidence that's put before you, saying that everything could be tampered with, as if, and it makes it seem like you really want this kid to get off. If this kid, right, in a normal world where people do stuff like this and get caught, right, and mind you, the assassinations of very powerful people have always been some government or some right. Assassination of Trump, the kid being involved with, being in group chats or text, whatever. He was texting with security or some shit like that. I don't know, but he was texting with somebody. He was involved with somebody to get that close to the president and getting a shot off at least. All right. We understand that we could be very well being lied to, right? But it also distorts your mind because it disrupts what you see and what you choose to believe, because of what the government has done, and it's fair. And I think that Andrew Wilson should give grace due to how many times we've been lied to. Okay, we have to be real. This conspiracies don't come from just anywhere because we just want to come up with shit. No, like the government have caused this. The people that are involved with have caused this. This when a person is not feeling well, okay, it's not at peace. They cause this disruption within our minds because they done so much. I get it, okay, but like I said, what's too much? What's too far? I get it. Okay.
Do you think that the cops sent them to themselves?
I have no idea.
Yeah, right.
I'm asking you if you have any evidence that
That is
suggests
evidence.
that Tyler Robinson, Charlie Kirk.
Are you saying that those text messages aren't evidence of Tyler Robinson
I
murdering
have
Charlie
no
Kirk?
idea if those messages belong to Tyler Robinson or not. Do you have any other evidence?
Yes,
Is
they
there
pulled the
anything
data
else? What?
off the phone. They pulled his Google as well. They pulled his Google
There's
data.
no evidence.
Yes, there
that
is
suggests
evidence.
that Tyler Robinson.
And not only
absolutely
is
wrote
there,
those
and not
text
only is there
messages.
evidence,
is there
I
any
just
other
gave you
evidence other than
great-
text messages? Is that what
That's
we're
the
pinning the whole
bro.
murder case
That is,
on?
I don't
It's a
even
death penalty
think
case.
that I would need to go beyond a text message confession. Besides the fact that what the hell would you even need to go past? Then I texted my boyfriend that I
Well-
murdered this guy
Well, how
and
about
told him
this?
how I did it.
How about the fact that we were told that Tyler Robinson confessed to his dad, confessed to his mom,
Yeah.
confessed to a minister, confessed to a U.S. Marshal, confessed to a sheriff?
Yeah.
So in a preliminary hearing, which
I didn't
is
see
the
that
equivalent
introduced.
of which is the equivalent of a grand jury, why would they not call any of those witnesses to say,
Because they didn't need to.
my son confessed that Charlie
Because
Kirk?
they didn't need to.
They are to provide their most damning evidence during a preliminary
That's not the
hearing.
most damning evidence. The most damning
What
evidence
is? The video that
text
Jack
messages.
Posobiec saw?
No, the text message confession's the most damning
Well,
evidence.
then
and the
why
fact
would
that they were
Jack
able to pull
Posobiec
the
and
data
Benny
off
Johnson
of it.
come out and say that they saw a video. It's case closed. It's open and shut.
Yeah, both
They
of those
saw a
guys were
video.
wrong. In fact, the
They
second
were
they
wrong.
said that,
You mean they
yeah.
lied? You
I
mean
told
they
them.
lied?
I told both those guys that was stupid to do.
There's
what
a
the hell's wrong
difference
with you?
between wrong and lying.
Well, what
one
Kai
team,
Schwimmer,
One
Schwimmer
side
said.
of our
Hang on,
conversation
hang on.
today, the
Yeah,
side
I'll
that
answer.
you're supporting is filled
Mhm.
with liars. The side that that I'm here representing is filled
Yeah.
with people who don't believe the liars.
Okay, great. They
So
don't
they're
believe the
looking for
liars,
other
huh?
theories.
Would you
There- I
say
mean,
that a
there's
liar?
people talking about fold ARs,
Okay,
and there's people
yeah.
talking about trapdoors and
And they're
magnetic force
talking
fields
about-
and drone
yeah.
swarms and everything
Mics
else.
exploding.
Microphone. Yeah, all of that.
You
None of that would be considered if we weren't
You-
talking about a group of people who have continuously been caught lying.
So basically, what Stu is saying that the people that's involved within this case, this whole situation, their stories don't add up. They're causing conspiracy. So even though he can't back up some of the things that he's saying, the reason why they're causing this type of disruption, they're causing this type of questioning, causing this type of conspiracies because they're lying openly. Okay, how can I believe a liar? We're already skeptical. Okay, at best, we're already skeptical. Now, the people that was around are still fucking lying. They're lying, right? Andrew Wilson knows that they're lying because he told him that's not a good idea. You should never done that. You should never lied. What's the purpose of lying? Now I'm creating. Here we go again, another conspiracy. Now I'm creating a reason why they would lie. I'm trying to put a logical brain in why would somebody lie about somebody being unalived of that stature? What's the reason? Why would they come up with shit? Andrew Wilson, right? He also has to be, not saying he's an idiot, but he also has to be willfully ignorant to ignore the fact that they're causing this by lying when their stories don't add up. Okay, they're causing this type of scrutiny.
Great.
Including something that they saw in a courtroom, which in my opinion should
Great.
be against the law. Jack Posobiec, in my opinion, should be arrested for that.
Great. He should be arrested for it. In what way, though, does this in any way provide for your theories that Andrew Colvett and Erica Kirk were at Fort T'Chaka, which you've said on stream hundreds of times? You said that there's a 100% link to Andrew Colvett and Fort T'Chaka. You've said this so many times, Stu, and now
Andrew, are
when
you
you're in
telling
front of
me
the
that
world,
you don't
when you're in
have
front of the
anything
world,
here?
you won't
You're
say
in
a
front
word.
of the world. You've been running your mouth about how Tyler Robinson,
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk.
No. All I've said is that the evidence supports that he did.
Everybody at Turning Point, from Blake Neff to
Great.
Andrew
I'm not
Cole
a
to
Turning
Tyler
Point.
Boyer and Erica Kirk, that's
Great.
who I want to debate.
That's
You were
nice.
out- you were
Can
out
you
shilling
tell
for
me
them,
how
saying, well, I'll
Andrew
debate you. I'll
Colvett-
debate you. So
Can
here I
you
am
tell me how Andrew
asking you to
was
show me the evidence
Andrew
of Tyler Robinson
Colvett
killing Charlie Kirk.
was Andrew Colvett at Fort T'Chaka or not, Stu?
I'm not here to talk about
I'm
Andrew
not here to
Colvett
answer any of your
and
questions.
Fort Huachuca.
I'm not here to answer any of your
We're
questions.
here to
Andrew.
discuss whether or not Tyler Robinson
how about
killed
this?
Charlie
Do you
Kirk. He's on
believe-
trial for his life.
Well, look. part of that is going
He's
to
on
be the
trial for his
elimination
life
of
while
other
Erica
things.
Kirk is crying and saying she forgives him.
Right, but rightfully so, he's on trial for his life. If you're out here and you got text messages and you were there at the time, and I know a lot of things don't add up, but you will understand why he will be put on trial. Like, I'm just being real. I'm not saying I believe in either or, but you could understand, like, without being disingenuous and without trying to win a debate. I can see why he's put forth in front of peers to get judged. Okay, we can understand that.
Him, and while Jack Posobiec and while Andrew Colvett are saying, and Benny Johnson and Officer Tatum go into a preliminary hearing where for the first day there's no camera allowed, the same guys that were in the Epstein Phase 1 Bindergate crew, and they came out and they said, we just saw a video. I saw it with my own eyes. Quote, you see Tyler Robinson pulling the trigger.
So what?
Well,
so what?
It's another lie. There has been
how does that prove your theories, though, Stu?
Lies when even telling the truth would suit them better. Lying about alibis, lying about the dates when they were somewhere,
does this
lying about
support
drinking,
any of your,
lying about
I'm going to grant
dating.
it, bro. I'm going to grant it. They're all a bunch of fucking liars. How does it support any of your theories?
I dare you to let me build you a completely free
Andrew, the problem is that they're creating the conspiracies. That's the whole point he's making, is that they're creating the conspiracies that you are now fighting against. They're not fighting against it. You're fighting on their behalf, saying that what you're saying, what you're doing, prove it, right? And I get you. You're right. He's not proving anything, but they're causing this scrutiny, right, from the lies. You're saying, so what? They lied. No. Andrew, this is a high-profile case, okay? Government has always lied to the American people, right? They don't have good credibility anyways. Why wouldn't I question it? Why? Well, you're causing questions, but why does it matter? What? All right, come on, man. We gotta be righteous. Stop being disingenuous, okay? You understand why? You get it. Stop asking the question. You know why. He's giving you the answers.
There could be 6 million theories.
I'm asking you about yours, Stu. I'm asking about yours, Stu.
The difference is, in one of them, a man is on trial for his life, Andrew.
If you held
these are the people you're out here shilling for. You're paid
Stu,
by these guys to do
I'm not
this.
paid by them. Great, you're just lying again. So it's great, Stu. Start with this. Let's just start with this. This is really simple.
Did you take money from Turning Point?
Do
Andrew?
you to teach
Stop
a
lying
debate
about
course
that.
for one day?
You're trying once again to displace further.
I literally trained a debate course for one day, which I do all across the world for people.
You've been paid by Turning Point.
So was Candace Owens. Candace Owens was paid. Candace Owens was paid by Turning Point. What have we established?
I'll just say, I think Candace Owens could be Charlie Kirk's only real friend.
Yeah, but she was paid by Turning Point a lot more than I was. So that aside, here's what's really funny too, Stu.
Candace Owens is cheering for Tyler Robinson to be put down
eliminate,
like a dog for a crime.
Hold on, let's try not to interrupt. Let's try not to interrupt. It's getting from both sides.
Okay, well let me try. Let me try. How about just 1 minute back and forth?
Okay, sure. Candace
All right,
Owens.
so we'll make it
Candace
easy.
Owens is not demanding that a man be put to death for a crime that he is alleged to have committed, in which no evidence can connect him to committing that crime. That is what Erica Kirk is doing.
Okay, but you're being disingenuous again. A lot of things have tied him to that case. Don't just say there's no evidence, bro. You're making bold claims, bro. That's why you're losing this debate. You're making bold claims. It's good to be skeptical, but don't say it's nothing. They ain't got nothing. They just got an innocent man on there. Come on, don't do that.
Erica Kirk is the billionaire leader of Turning Point USA, the CEO of Turning Point USA. She is saying she forgives this man, Jack Posobiec, a Turning Point paid shill. He's at Charlie's desk all the time. They are saying they saw a video. They did not see a video. That makes them liars. This man is on trial for his life. I would like to know what evidence you have that makes you believe that you can run around saying that it's open and shut, that it's cut and dry, and that Tyler Robinson is Charlie Kirk.
Well, first of all, I never said it's cut and dry and it's open and shut. What I've said is that the evidence
That's what Jack
supports.
Posobiec and
Well,
Benny
let's do
Johnson.
1 minute. Let's do 1 minute back and forth.
You're debating Andrew Wilson, not Jack.
Let's do 1 minute, Andrew.
Take
You
your
got
issues. Take your issues up with Jack Prosobic then. With Andrew Wilson, you have to contend with my actual worldview. You can't talk, Stu. I gave you a minute uninterrupted.
Let's do 1 minute back and forth.
So here's the thing that's really funny. I'm just going to grant all of this. They're all a bunch of filthy liars. Those lying, always lying about lying, and then they lie on top of those lies. Great. How does any of this establish any of your theories? How does any of this disprove that Tyler Robinson...
Andrew, it starts them. It starts them, bro. Somehow I just think y'all want to win the debate so bad. It starts them. Now, how does it... It starts them. It's like a... I don't know if y'all watch anime, right? Jujutsu Kaisen. People are angry, they hate, and then they create demons. They create these freaking demons, all right? That's... You created the demons because you're lying. How does it tie to your theories? Because they're lying. They're creating the theories by lying. When all you have to do is be truthful. But what's the... They're trying to figure out the motive to the lying. There's a reason why people lie. It's human nature. There's a reason why people lie. And a lot of times you answer your own question in a roundabout way. Okay? The conspiracies start when people start lying, and you try to see the humanity in them. Okay, when a person lies, they're hiding something. Humans lie because they're hiding something. They don't tell the truth because they don't lie because they want to tell the truth. Like, nah, you don't want to be held accountable for something. You scared, or you're lying because you got something to hide. Then you start painting a picture. Okay, this is what this person wants to hide. Because there's no reason for them to lie. If they're really trying to figure out what I'm trying to figure out, they're really in it to win it, just like I'm in it to win it, as far as finding out who really did this to my friend or to this person that I honored and respected, right? They're creating the problem by lying, Andrew. That's your answer.
Fired that shot. How is it that when we have text message evidence and DNA and we have bullet fragments all pulled out and we have a medical examiner claiming he was shot, you run out there and say that he was killed by a microphone? You claim Andrew...
Okay, but Andrew, you got to understand that it's like the watchers watching their own crime. Like, you got to understand at some point, this judicial system is rigged. Depending on whoever, at some point you got to admit that. They have the potential of being rigged. It's just what it is, right? Judges, no judges. People are backed by, Israel and things of that nature. We are abducted by a country, right? A foreign country, all right? They got us by the balls. They got people kissing walls. It's very strange. Very powerful people in our country that we put in power, that we respected, kissing walls, pleading to this country. You cannot say that's normal activity, right? Now, it's very skeptical because these people are basically investigating themselves, right? From the conspiracy theorist mindset. And on top of that, you get them lying. People that supposed to be in Charlie Kirk's best interest lying about certain things. You saying that doesn't make it, that you saying that doesn't scare you anyway, especially if you're around people. I don't know these people personally, so I can't really get scared. But if you know these people, you met them, you've done a course for them. They're sitting there fucking lying in the people's face. And you know that they're lying. To get this man nailed to the cross, get this man nailed. This guy saying, if it don't make sense and these guys is supposed to be in Charlie Kirk's best interest, why prosecute this guy? They lying on him. And they know they are. They said they seen a video of him actually doing it. There is no video. Yeah, it's wrong. Yeah, I get it. They're all liar. Well, that kind of I don't give a fuck if they have a text message of him doing it. That means if they wouldn't lie about that, they wouldn't distort all type of evidence, bro. And it happened plenty of times before on smaller cases that most people don't even think about. It's possible.
Colvette was sitting in Fort Tuchanka. You've made this claim many, many times. You say Erica Kirk is as well. Are you the liar, Stu? Because if you're not the liar, then look me dead in the eye and say that they were there or they weren't. But don't lie to me, man, and I won't lie to you.
Stu, you got a minute.
It's not incumbent upon anybody that's investigating the death of Charlie Kirk to prove that their theory is right. It is incumbent upon the people who are trying to hang a man, to kill him, to gas him, to shoot him, to put a needle in his arm, put him in a chair, It is incumbent upon the state, it's incumbent upon these people who have this man on trial to prove why it's an open and shut case. There is no evidence that links
Hey, Andrew,
to the shooting death of Charlie Kirk. You know, you mentioned confessions. Nobody knows who wrote them. You mentioned DNA. Lance Twiggs' DNA is on it too. This guy's only been talked to twice by the feds and got immunity. He's just as much connected by way of DNA as Tyler Robinson is, but nobody's calling for him to be put on trial for his life. So why Tyler Robinson? Why this patsy? They are demanding, she's forgiving, it's open and shut, it's case closed. I saw the video, it's 4K. You see him taking the shot. It's incumbent upon these people to prove the guilt of Tyler Robinson.
Andrew,
it's not incumbent
you got a
upon
minute,
me
Andrew.
to prove
But it's not incumbent upon you people. It's
but
not
when you ask
hold on,
these
hold on.
Oh, it's
people
my
if they
turn,
were on
Stu.
court with
It's my
Shuko,
turn.
Hold on. Andrew, go ahead.
I just let you go. I didn't.
Go ahead,
interrupt.
Andrew. Starting out. Go.
So anyway, it's not incumbent upon you people to disprove anything either. The problem is that if you go about your day trying to disprove everything that the state says, and then you have alternative theories, you do have to prove those. Yes, you do, Stu. You can't say, "Well, I have a ton of alternative theories," which helps clear this guy. I have a bunch of alternative theories which will assist in helping to clear this guy, right? I'm trying to disprove it, but I'm not going to stand behind any of them. I'm not going to actually tell you what they are. I refuse to actually dive into my own worldview on this when I'm trying to disprove. By the way, if you held the same rigorous standards that you hold for the evidence requirement that you have for Tyler Robinson to be guilty for your own, you would never believe your own. You would never believe your own theories if you applied the exact same evidentiary standard that you apply for Tyler Robinson to the very things that you profess on your channel as being true. How is that possible, Stu? When you say there's no burden on me to prove, you do have to prove your claim, especially.
Hey, that's a fact. That's like saying I'm forever immune from scrutiny. Yeah, I can make as much claims as I want. I don't got to back them up because I'm innocent and I'm doing it because I love my friend. But you, the fact that you don't believe me, you're a terrible fucking person. You're a terrible person, and you want to hang this little man. I ain't got that is that's innocent. So you made a conclusion from what you came up with as far as your conspiracy, as far as you piecing stuff together, that this kid is innocent. But yet you're not proving that he's innocent because you're telling the next person to prove that he's innocent. Prove that you're telling the next person to prove that he's guilty. Well, you prove that he's guilty. Well, you prove that he's fucking innocent because what I got is tangible. You can see that this kid texted this. Well, I don't trust that evidence. Well, where's your evidence? I don't have any, but I'm asking questions, sir. It's a big ball of I can't hold you to anything. It's a big ball of believe me, bro. I got questions. I got you. You got questions. It's good to ask questions, but if I can't hold you to anything, what good is words? What good is your word? If I can't hold you to your word, what good is it? We just talking now. It's not true. It's true. It's not true. Okay, but at least I got the text message. What you got? We having a paperwork party. I'm bringing you the dude's text messages. You saying nope, that ain't it. This is the story. Somebody fuck with that. Somebody has something to do with that. Okay, good. What you got then? It proved to me that my shit fucked up. My shit is fake and phony. Oh, well, I don't got anything, but those guys are liars, which is fair. I get it. It causes you to ask questions, but if we haven't concrete evidence, sir, you have to bring something to the table other than just believe me, bro. Or they lie. Yeah, I get it. You have a right to ask questions when people lie, but that don't also mean that this nigga's innocent. Let's be real. Yeah, they lying. Let's find out the purpose of why they lying. But that don't totally exonerate this young man. That didn't know. Hell no, that don't. Because you could be letting out. You gotta realize what you're asking for. You could be letting out a motherfucking, a creepo, a young murderer, a young assassinator. All right, let's get that straight.
Those claims, you're focusing on them to say that you're disproving what the state's case is. I have tons of evidence. I have text message evidence. I have DNA. I have bullet fragments.
So when you speak to the tons of evidence that you have, first of all, I already explained the DNA. Lance Twiggs is equally connected to the murder of Charlie Kirk as Tyler Robinson is when you want to talk about DNA. The guy was already in custody when Discord messages are being sent. There was no confession. They said that he confessed. There is no confession. So like all of these things they leave a whole lot of questions about Tyler Robinson. There is no definitive evidence. That's why you can't come here and defend that position. You have to instead start talking about, 6 million different theories that people are looking into, because when you ask Erica Kirk, well, were you on Fort Huachuca? What does she do? She lies. She conspires with Andrew Kovic to produce a fake alibi for the wrong day with somebody else's kids and then hand them to some never heard of before Gary Melton Paramount Tactical YouTuber who literally outs that, yeah, it's confirmed Mitch Snow was on Fort Huachuca that day, and confirms that Andrew Kovic is his source feeding him information, rather than just saying, well, yeah, I was on Fort Huachuca because my mom, Lori Francevay, works there. Or, yeah, I was on Fort Huachuca bringing her a sandwich. Or I basically grew up on Fort Huachuca, so of course I was there.
That's a minute.
But instead she lies and produces a fake alibi.
Andrew, go ahead.
So
Yeah,
when you're talking
okay,
about
my
asking
turn, Stu.
questions
Hang
and
on.
not getting answers, these
Yeah.
are the people who need to be answering the questions, but they're
All right.
cowards and they won't come out here and debate, so they sent you.
But they do.
Here's your evidence.
Andrew, go ahead.
Tyler
Andrew, go ahead. You got a
Robinson
minute.
shot
Go ahead.
Charlie Kirk.
They do.
Andrew,
They
go ahead,
do
you got a
ask
minute.
They do ask you for your evidence, and I'm just as connected to this case as you are, which means not at all. Were you some great friend of Charlie? Are you somehow super connected to this in a way that I'm not? What gives you the right to represent a view against TPUSA?
Okay, dude, but to be honest with you, a lot of people love Charlie Kirk. All right, a lot of people loved him, and a lot of people can't accept that he was taken that way and nobody knew anything. Right? Just face value. I don't know Candace Owens' mindset. I don't know anybody's mindset, but as a viewer, right, fly on the wall. How the fuck, with security? How the fuck this guy got to, And when I was in Utah, when I lived in Utah, I lived right down the street from that college, dude. Right down the fucking street. How the fuck did this guy get on campus with that and do all set up and all that shit? How did that happen? And you got paid security, and your security guards love you. You have personal relationship with them. How was he able to sneak that shit in there? How? Without any insight. It just happened? What? This is what I gotta critique Andrew for. All right? I know you probably know them. You probably talked to them before, because a lot of times people have personal relationships with these individuals, right? It's hard for you to think of them in a different way, because everybody live their own life. I get it. But what you can see sometimes, you could be so fucking stuck in your ways, you can't see it a different way. You can't see that person doing that. This is why I call it the Ted Bundy effect. How everybody just kept letting Ted Bundy get out of jail because he's a lawyer. He's good looking. He's a good guy. He talks. He knows how to talk. He represents himself. He's really nice. He's a good guy. Meanwhile, this dude was a fucking murderer. People are capable of doing heinous things outside of what you know. Yeah, you probably met this person, but you don't know this fucking person. You don't know these people. So it's kind of awkward, right? And I'm glad that Stu took this debate as well, right? It shows respect for people's mindsets, right? How are you going to fight me on their behalf when they're the liars? I want to confront the liars. You telling me, yeah, I know that they're liars. You literally just fucking in the way at this point, Andrew. I get it. You're in the way. But the people that's fucking lying should be the ones held with their feet held to the fire. And the fact that you're willing to argue on a liar's behalf, just to prove what? What are you trying to prove to the people? I don't believe in nothing you could tell me to believe a fucking liar. Okay? I'm not believing nothing they fucking say. It's an open lie. Why is Andrew Wilson coming up to me arguing with me about what somebody else did? Especially when a person I can reach these people. They just don't answer me. But they send you, I'm going to be pissed too. Yeah, I'll be pissed too. Facts.
But not for me to represent a view on their behalf if I agree with them. What?
Okay, so represent.
Stu.
How is it that you
Hey, hold on.
My turn,
Let's do
Stu.
uninterrupted.
Yeah, chill out, Stu. What is
Come on,
it?
come on.
Well, how is it that you have some great authority as a questioner, but I have no great authority to question you with my own questions as my own form of questioner, questioning the questioners? Tell me.
Because he's going right to the source. Y'all causing me to question this shit. Y'all causing me to make conspiracies about this, while simultaneously saying I'm fucking crazy, even though you're a fucking liar. All right? We have to give grace, Andrew. You have to give some type of understanding of where this shit is coming from. Although he may not be able to back it up. All of those things may be true. You got to understand where the shit is coming from. It's like a person smacking you in the face, and all you walk up on a person smacking the shit out of the person that smacked them and say, why you smack them? Wait. You're just violent. No, I'm not just violent. Did you see that person smack me? Yeah, but the way you reacted is violent, bro. Like, how about you shut the fuck up and mind your business? Because this ain't got nothing to do with you. First of all, and second of all, yeah, like I'm gonna smack the shit out of this person because they caused me to do it, right? Okay, he's going right to the source, saying, "Let me smack the shit out of these people." All right, they caused me to smack them. But they don't want to talk to me. They want you to talk to me. What's the reason? Why are you here? Who sent you? All right. You're not the person that lied. But and I get your argument. You're trying to just, so what if they lied? Okay, got it. That's them. But he's trying to get to them. But it seems like they have to, in order to get to them, he got to go through you. And that sucks.
Where it is that you end up with this great authority and I don't. Why is it that you deserve to talk to these people, but I'm stuck talking with you instead of the people who profess most of this? You're stuck talking with me for the same reason I'm stuck talking with you. It's because the people on your side are too cowardly, the ones who actually profess this stuff, to stand by any of their views. You yourself, sir, will not stand by your own views right this second. You ask me for evidence, I give you tons. By the way, with Tyler Robinson, there was way more Robinson DNA than Twigs. That's a lie. You say that these photos, you say that these photos,
testimony.
It's my turn, Stu.
Almost done. You got 10 seconds,
photos?
Andrew. 10 seconds.
You say there's photos there that were wrong? That's a lie. You're just making shit up, Stu, because that's what you people do. You just make it up.
Go ahead, Stu.
What did I make up? What photos are you talking about that I made up?
You said that Eric.
Hey, Andrew.
He asked me. No, I don't care about the 1 minute, 1 minute. You make some claim like that. I want to know what the fuck you're talking about.
What photos are you claiming that Erica Kirk forged with kids that weren't hers? What?
Well, you know that picture with her finger over it? That was the alibi. I wasn't on Fort Huachuca.
Prove those weren't her kids.
Seen that. The entire
Prove those weren't her kids. Prove it. How do you know those weren't her kids?
I have seen the pictures of Charlie Kirk's kids.
That doesn't
Everybody knows.
The faces are obstructed.
It was for the wrong day.
The faces are obstructed,
not an alibi.
Stu. By the way, it wasn't for the wrong. How do you know it was for the wrong day?
And actually, from what I understand, it's already been confirmed from Turning Point that one of those kids, in fact, wasn't her. So you guys can't even keep your story straight.
No.
From the shill to the Turning Point.
Okay, who confirmed it? Yeah, who confirmed it?
From what I have heard, somebody in Turning Point
from
has
what you
acknowledged.
heard.
Yes, somebody in Turning Point. You can, maybe that's wrong. I don't know. But
yeah,
I
Steve, that's great. You heard it.
Kids.
Oh, that's great. You heard it from somebody who supposedly through the
You
grapevine.
can't do that, Stu.
This is great evidence, Stu.
Regardless if that's true or not, she provided an alibi for the wrong day. She was using Andrew Colbert to provide that alibi to Gary Melton. At the same time, he accidentally outed Andrew Colbert as being his source of information.
So you don't believe that Erica Kirk
lied when telling the truth suits them better.
You don't believe that Erica Kirk was at the hospital
with her mom? The most consequential political assassination of our lifetime.
Erica Kirk wasn't at the hospital with her mom?
Tyler Robinson has not told a lie.
Dude, this guy will filibuster forever, dude, if you don't do the time.
Where are Tyler Robinson's lies? I can point out all kinds of lies. You're
just going to filibuster,
tell
bro.
me why Tyler Robinson
you gotta enforce the time, so this guy will never stop, bro.
Okay, we're going in circles with this back and forth about these claims.
And we will be, because the debate here was his position is that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk.
It still is. The evidence supports it.
Camp, all of the people.
Yeah, the evidence supports it.
None of them will come out and say that. You're out here asking.
I thought you said that that's all they say.
I'll debate you on that. Do you want to come and have a discussion about that? Yeah, I would love you to tell me. Where's all the evidence that Tyler Robinson should be put to death?
Yeah, let's start. Let's start with the text message confessions.
Yeah, I don't even know.
We have text message confessions.
Wrote those text message confessions. They sound like they were written by GP, chat.
So who do you think wrote them, Stu? I don't know. Who could say?
Are you ignoring the fact?
The Jews wrote them, Andrew.
Okay.
Who do you think wrote them, bro?
Okay, so you must be ignoring the fact that our government continuously lies. Like, are you?
Do you think
that
the government lies? Who do you think wrote them, Stu?
I don't accept the government narrative. That
I know. Who do you think wrote them,
Charlie Kirk, or any of the made-up evidence?
Who do you think wrote them? Who do you think wrote them?
Why didn't his mom confess? I don't know.
Who do you think wrote them? I don't know. Yeah,
who
knows? Who could say?
The burden is on
they're on his phone. They're on his phone. They take pictures of him on the phone. Then they pull the data off the phone. That's not enough evidence for you, though, Stu, because at some point the Jews could have written them somewhere, right?
Okay, I thought you didn't want to do ad homs. Where do the Jews come from?
That's not an ad hom.
Everywhere.
How is that an ad hom?
Because you know that's what you've been watching my show. That's what you want to do. You want me to get on which I can do. If you want to debate the We can do that.
Well, what I'm doing, all I'm doing is pointing this out. It's like, put in anyone you want. The blacks did it. Whoever, whatever, doesn't matter.
Okay,
Whatever
so
conspiracy.
No, don't put me in it, nigga. Come on, man. Don't do all that. We just catching strays. The blacks. I hate when y'all say that shit though. The blacks. Don't start that shit again, man. That remind me of the Negro days. The Negro. Don't do this, man. We came so far. We done marched. We done integrated. Come on, don't do this, man. No, let's not do that.
Is Lance Twiggs' DNA on the screwdriver and the rifle?
It is.
Was it on the phone?
And it's much lesser to a much
Was it
lesser
on the
degree than
phone?
Robinson's.
Was it on the phone?
I didn't see that in the preliminary.
So do you know if it was on the phone? Did
I
Lance
don't.
Twiggs write the confessions? Was
I don't.
Lance Twiggs riding around in an SUV planting Tyler Robinson evidence on Palantir property?
Do you have
know?
any evidence that
It's
Twiggs
not
was doing
incumbent
that?
upon me to prove that Tyler Robinson is innocent. Do
It
you
is the
understand how
second
the
you
system
pose
of
it as an
justice
alternative
works?
theory. As soon as you pose it as an alternative
What do you
theory,
mean? That's
then
called an
it becomes incumbent
investigation.
upon you.
That's called an investigation. I'm not
And what
putting
have you
on
learned?
trial for your life.
I'll
You
tell you
people
what.
have this guy on trial
Yeah.
for his life saying he definitely did it.
And what have you learned in
The
your
criminal
great...
justice system
Yeah,
in
what have
this
you learned in your
country means that it's
investigation,
the
Stu?
burden of the prosecution
Stu,
to show
what have
us
you
how he
learned
did it.
in what have you learned actually in your investigation here? What have you actually learned? Just that TPUSA is full of
I've learned
liars?
a whole lot of things. Oh,
What?
Yeah, of course they are.
Okay, what? What have you
Primarily-
actually learned?
Andrew, that's very damning. Okay, it's very damning. No matter how you put that, flip it, dip it, do whatever you want with that. But the fact that TPUSA is liars, that's very that that kind of, it's not a nail in the coffin, but you kind of understand why those conspiracies have came about.
I've learned a whole lot,
What?
but that's not what I'm here to discuss.
Yeah, what?
I'm
Okay,
here
so
to have
right.
You tell
I'm
me
here. I'm
how
running an investigation,
Tyler
and I
Robinson
can't even tell you
killed
what I've
Charlie Kirk.
learned. I can't even tell you what I've learned.
Let's
in
get
my
into the
investigation.
theories instead of getting into more personal claims. How about we get into? We haven't seen it spelled out, but what we actually think happened, or what is really going on. This is still going on. It's in trial. I would like to hear from both, if you guys are okay with this. If we hear some theories and we hear what do you think actually happened? What's the truth?
So, but
Great.
hold on a second. To do that, what we're doing is we're prosecuting the investigators, which is millions. of
Like the
people
video,
who know
guys. Like the
what
video.
USA that
Subscribe,
Tyler Robinson
subscribe.
Shot Charlie Kirk. There should
So-
be no problem providing evidence to
So he's not
argue,
going to give you one,
debate
Nico.
that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk. I
He's
talk
not.
about this shit every day.
He's not going to
I
actually
talk
give
about
you.
this. I talk
anything.
about my perspective. What
Can
I
you
have
tell me what
learned
you think happened? then?
every single day.
I'll tell you what I think happened. If you tell me what you think happened, go ahead, Stu. What happened?
I talk about every single day what I've
Yeah,
learned.
what happened?
That's what I spend my. I'm here to debate you about.
I know, and I'm
Tyler
asking
Robinson
you.
and Charlie
happened?
Kirk.
What do you think happened? That's what Sneeko wants to know. It's what the audience want to
We
know.
could
What do you
find a
think
point of
happened?
contention if we both spell this out. Then we can
Yeah, what
find
do you
a
think
way
happened,
to
Stu?
lead this
Tell us.
discussion.
What I don't believe happened is that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk in his neck bones of steel with his grandfather's stolen 30-06 and confessed to his dad and confessed to a minister and a U.S. Marshal and turned himself in.
Yeah. So what do you
Beyond
think
that-
happened?
Hold on, let him
Beyond
answer.
that-
Let him answer.
There can be all kinds of speculation as to what happened. I know that I have examined a whole bunch of interesting banks of data, including image searches, including flight tracking information. For example, Turning Point USA planes being on tarmacs in the middle of the night in airfields, the same airfields that were involved with the cocaine cowboy, with Iran-Contra. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, they're on these airfields for 20 or 30 minutes. They leave there, they go to a bigger airport. Then they overlap 24 times, 24 to 27 times with aircraft that are owned by Miriam Adelson. They're on the tarmac with Miriam Adelson's planes for 1 to 2 hours. And then every single time Miriam Adelson's plane leaves and it goes to to Israel. I think that's really interesting. These are all types of different things that I have been investigating, and I would love to ask Turning Point USA about them because I think that they are relevant and pertinent. But it's not
That at a
incumbent upon me
military
to
base?
prove- It's
That
not
at a-
incumbent upon me to prove that that has something to do with the death of Charlie Kirk. It's
Great.
incumbent upon the people who
Yeah.
are trying Tyler Robinson
Uh-huh.
for his life to prove that he actually did it. So where's the evidence of that?
Okay, so here's
Aside
what
from a confession that we don't
I'm
know
going to
he
give you the
made.
same.
Okay,
I'll
Andrew,
give
go
you
ahead.
the same
Go ahead,
exact.
Andrew.
I'll give you the same exact answer back. Here's what I don't believe, Stu. I don't believe a microphone blew his neck out. I don't believe that Snow saw anybody at Fort Tejuka. I don't believe that you can tie Colvette.
All right, but the stuff that Stu said previously to you talking is very Like, I don't know if it's real or not, but if those things are true, like that's a fucking no. That's fucking weird. It's really fucking weird, Andrew. You can't say that shit don't matter. Text messages, bruh. Yeah, like with the things that we have, the government could very well, so like, especially if they already painted the narrative, they already got their guy. It's already said and done. That is what it is, right? He brought up very, very, very good points as far as the shot in the neck, right? The bones. Oh, thank God that his bones are so good. And, like, it's weird, fucking weird, dude. All right. Now, if you're not gonna bring that up, that's fine, because I'm sure you probably don't care about that. You're just trying to win a debate. But it's not about a debate, bro. It's about a person actually losing their fucking life. All right? And we're trying to get to the bottom of this shit. And we don't want the wrong person being prosecuted due to not even public opinion, due to news opinion, due to paint a narrative, right? Because it happened plenty of times. It's not nothing new. Okay? Not nothing new. We don't want the media to write history. We want the truth. Okay? And how do you find the truth? You ask questions. Does it seem off sometimes? Yes. When you didn't believe that vaccines, you seemed crazy. At the time, you were crazy. To the average everyday person, right? Seeing people die in their family, going to these, seeing grandma, dying. Actual real life tangible, seeing restaurants close, seeing 6 feet, and those are this is things you could see. Right? I believe it because I see this every single day. I watch the news. Anthony Fauci keeps saying this, right? You can act like you're smart, but why do so many people get so brainwashed? All right? They get brainwashed every single day because of what the government tells them. You have to understand that. This is the part outside of what you believe in when in a debate. You understand this is real life. You get lied to every fucking day. About the Iran thing, about the Israel thing, right? Epstein thing. Oh, no, there is no Epstein files. And all of a sudden they find files a little bit. They disclose them. But they say there was no files, right? Pam Bondi. All right? These things happening before our eyes. You can't tell me don't believe what the fuck is happening before my eyes. And that creates a conspiracy theorist. If you never were one, that creates one. I'll tell you that. And in order for you to truly understand, you have to be honest with yourself. Okay, they created this monster. This Stu Peters, whoever you think he is, they created that monster. They created this problem. And you can't blame him for acting exactly how a person's supposed to, when understanding that everything they know could be a lie. Everything they fucking know could be a lie. Just like the 9/11 thing. Just like the vaccine thing. Right? It's real. We got a little bit more. We're gonna talk about personal fun stuff. It's not fun, right? Prison is not fun. We're gonna talk about that.
Anything. I don't believe you can tie Erica to anything. I don't believe you have a single credible eyewitness or alternative theory. I don't believe that you have anything, Stu. Nothing. I don't think your investigation has proven a single thing.
Well, what do you believe?
Not one. Not yours. Not Candace's.
I don't believe
nobody's.
that the state's
In
prosecution
fact,
of Tyler Robinson has
my
proven
turn.
a single thing.
The answer to the question is, what do you think happened?
Well, okay, but how come he didn't have to answer that question then, Sneeko?
He said he doesn't believe in the narrative, so
That's not what happened. That's what didn't happen. I'm answering in the same way. So tell me, if he tells me what he thinks happened, I'll tell him what I think happened. I think that's
to be fair. It sounded like he was rejecting the official narrative. So I would like to hear.
No, to be fair, he literally refused to answer that question that you're now demanding that I answer, which is what happened. What do you think happened, Stu? What? What?
I just told you that I don't believe the official narrative. I answered your question.
That's not answering the question.
Lies. I have talked to you about Miriam Adelson's planes being with Turning Point planes and then going directly to Israel.
So do you think Miriam Adelson had a hand in murdering Charlie Kirk?
Do you think that Tyler Robinson had a hand in Charlie Kirk? It's not me that has the burden to prove that Miriam Adelson or Erica Kirk or Tyler Boyer or Andrew Colvett or anybody. It's not incumbent upon me to prove that these people, Charlie Kirk.
Then how's it incumbent upon you to disprove?
On trial for his life. That is how the
At some point, it seems like Andrew Wilson is trying to exonerate everybody else, and Stu is trying to exonerate the young man who is put on trial for assassinating Charlie Kirk. So it's going in a roundabout way. Okay, we get it. All right, to hold you guys. Okay, we get it. All right. There was no conclusion. All right, there was no fucking conclusion to what happened. Okay, there was no conclusion. They came to no agreement. It's just basically, well, Andrew Wilson is like, well, I don't believe you, bro, because you ain't showing me enough to believe you, right? You just a kook. You're making shit up. I get it, right? And you got Stu saying, well, they're liars. They, I don't understand why they're lying. All these things don't add up. So they could be just framing this guy. And it makes sense. They've done it before, right? This is not above the United States government. It's not above the United States government. But this is the perfect time to talk about prison, okay? Because do you want... I don't know the freaking guy who allegedly murdered Charlie Kirk. Do you want him in jail or not? I'm just kidding. Well, that's that was tough. That was fucking rough. This is why I wanted to do something much lighter, because I'm over it now, right? But a little bit about myself. Been in prison, right? Been in California State Prison, Calipatria, right? Calipatria State Prison, and I want to give you guys a little bit of what goes on in there. And this is not specifically the prison I went to, but yeah, this is a prison life, and I want to give you guys stories about my prison experience, right? I've never been in trouble, right? But my first time ever been in trouble, they sent me to prison. They sent me to prison. And yeah, we're gonna watch a little bit of stuff, and we're gonna just oppose experiences. As far as, does it really go this way? Yes, yeah, yes or no, right? Or what to look out for. Okay, let's get it. All right, now that was some light. Does that happen in prison? People just fucking tripping out? Yes, all the time. You do gotta watch it back. You do gotta watch what you say, because pride is everything in that environment. All right, these people. Oh, what the fuck? I didn't even show it. What the hell's wrong with me? Sorry, I didn't transition the video. Sorry, guys. Sorry. We do it live. Let's go back. Let's go back to the weirdos. All right, here. So yeah, in jail, as you could probably assume, these guys are very sensitive. All right, very sensitive. So you do got to watch what you say, right? I've learned that when I went to prison, because people hold shit. We all don't have anything. We're all just a number in there, right? But imagine knowing that all you have is your pride, right? All you have is whatever you have left, and that's just yourself. So they take everything personal. Everything is taken personal, because, mind you, everybody else is watching, right? So if this person is playing with me, he probably didn't mean it that way. But if I feel like he's playing with me, he probably gonna get off. He probably gonna tell people like, oh yeah, I just said this stupid shit about him and he didn't do anything. Now guess what? You got 3 motherfuckers doing that now. Now you got a bigger problem. So you gotta dead it, even if you're scared, right? Because it's a very scary situation, right? They always tell you, oh, when you go to jail, you're gonna get raped and all that. You got the possibility of all this weird shit. Not saying it don't happen. Thank God I never experienced it. I never seen it happen, but I'm sure it probably does happen. But in California, they kind of separate the the people who are in that type of lifestyle. Not saying that it doesn't really happen. It does happen, okay? But this type of activity, as far as getting angry about what somebody said, that's not above the norm. They do. Okay, and you gotta watch what you say, because these people will stab the hell out you. They'll stab the hell out you, man. Just to prove a point. Now this is in Louisiana, man. This is an inmate describing about the inhumane conditions. My thing is, nigga, you put yourself in jail, bro. You put yourself in jail. Jail is not supposed to be fun, bro. I know this is not nice. It happened in my cell a few times too, where you get dirty water and things of that nature. But why are you recording it and trying to get sympathy from the outside world? You put yourself in that situation. So man the fuck up. It's not supposed to be cute. You're not going to get the best water in the world. They treat you like crap. They treat you like the color of that water right there. All right. And they do it on purpose for you not to come back, man. You're not supposed to be comfortable, bro. All right, and I understand that people that got a whole long time to go, as far as in jail, but you also got to understand you put yourself there. But I also do understand, with me being in that situation, most of these guys don't fucking get it. I don't give a crap how much time they do. They go through shit like this and they still get out there and cause crime. Why? I don't fucking know. But they call that home. People like that call that home. And they complain about the conditions as if they didn't put themselves in that condition, in that position to be in those conditions. All right? This is why accountability fucking matters, right? If you ever was wondering about jail, don't go there. If you ever was wondering about fucking jail, don't go there. And I don't feel bad for him because I've been in that situation. I don't feel bad for him, right? God. This is a guy who saved somebody. All right. Okay, we get it.
I done been to this motherfucker right here 5 times. Pelican Bay State Prison shooting.
How do you go to jail 5 times? How do you keep doing this 5 times?
This nigga talking about this shit was cool. Nigga, this shit ain't motherfucking cool, nigga. A dungeon, nigga. A jail within a jail, nigga. Within a jail.
Hey, facts. I never been to SHU. SHU is basically if you get in trouble, they put you in they separate you from everybody else, right? And they put you you lose privileges as far as going out. You don't get to see anybody, right? You don't get to talk to anybody. You talking to people through the vents, and you're super supervised, right? You're already supervised, but now you're super supervised because you're a problem. Okay, never been there, but it does happen. Yes, sir, it does happen. But it does drive you fucking crazy. Pelican Bay State Prison is crazy. It does drive you fucking crazy by being in those in a confinement, right? Solitary confinement. It does drive you crazy because you're not around anybody. All right, you're staring at a wall. You don't have television. You don't have anything that entertains you. Okay, so it does drive you crazy. And then they put them in a dorm when they done doing their little solitary confinement time. They come in these dorms, right, dealing with the guys that's going home, and they crazy as hell. They crazy as hell because they lose their mind, bro. They lose their freaking mind. Okay, they're showing a lot of African American men going inside being inside the system. So it basically says that documentary filmmaker Dominic Stokes, right, goes inside of the Clayton County Jail to talk with inmates about high incarceration and the number of African American males coming from fatherless homes. As I walked around the prison, I saw 85% of the inmates look like me, ironically, right? Obviously, he's black. 95% of young people I interviewed came from fatherless homes. Abso-freaking-lutely. That is the problem in the black community. You need fathers, right? Fathers hold you accountable, right? When you don't have no accountability, you're walking around like a chicken with your head cut off. Because all you know is to spaz out, right? Act a fool. Because you don't think that nothing can happen. You don't think that you can get caught. And I come from a fatherless household as well. Not because my father didn't want to be around. My father was taken away from us, all right, at a young age. Now, this is very much true. You do see a lot of black people in prison, bro. A lot of my friends, like, I hate to say this shit, but when I went to prison, right, my very first time, I seen people that I never thought I'd see, ever. So it's kind of, I hate to say this shit, but it's kind of like a family reunion. Like, damn, bro, I ain't seen him since I went to middle school. Dang, he still got life. They do look out for you, but it's like bad. Like, damn, do I have to really go here? Because, you know, a little bit about yourself, you do wonder about these people. Like, I wonder how he doing. I actually got to go see them motherfuckers because I went to the same place they at. Damn, bro, that's crazy work, bro. Crazy work. But yeah, it is a lot of black folks, a lot of fatherless households. But these are this fits the description, right? When you don't have a father at home, you don't know any better, right? No, you got to hold people accountable. So they do know better. At a certain point, people do know better. They just choose not to do better because it's easier not to do better. You get more praise, especially in the hood. You get praise for not doing better. Okay? And this is sickening. When you see too many people look like you, it is sickening. Because how did they get in this situation, right? You got to blame fatherlessness. You have to. Not blame it fully, but it matters, right? You need a father at home.
Here we go.
Okay, that seemed like a prison riot, dude, out there. It says exclusive cell phone video from inside the correctional training facility in Soledad shows a riot involving about 25 inmates. The video sent to KION, I don't know what that stands for, was captured by an inmate looking out onto the prison yard. Full story on the news, right? Yeah, that happens a lot. Thank God I never went through that. I pray God to never go through no stuff like that, because you can get killed in there. They got bro, they got some this big, right? Knives this big to stick up in you if you if you make somebody mad. Yeah, and it's like I got out of jail, I couldn't even sleep, because you just don't know what could happen. Just happen randomly, right? You don't know what they fighting about. You don't know what happened, right? Usually they will, like, if you're a black person, Mexican, whatever, it's segregated, right? It's like the old days, real segregation, right? Weirdo. But if you about to get into a riot, usually you're alerted. Hey, put on your boots. They say shit like that. Put on your boots. All right. They call it a blick. I don't know where they store it. I'm lying. They keister knives, right? They put it between the cheeks. This is the gayest shit ever. Jail is weird. I'm not gonna lie. Jail is the weirdest shit ever, dude. I seen a dude, right? He's taking a shit because most of the potties are open. A dude was taking a shit with a bag of fucking Coke, right? And it was a bag it was overlapping his lap. That's how big this shit was. And I was so confused. I'm like, where did that come from? It was wet too. Like, where the fuck did that come from? And he said, "Oh, this ain't nothing." What? You stuffed the whole thing in your buns?
Bruh.
It get like that, man. It get like that. So yes, this happens. This absolutely happens in prison, man. You gotta watch out. You gotta watch your back. You gotta watch what you say around people. You gotta watch for if you bump into somebody. If they take it the wrong way, you step on somebody's shoe. Everything in there is upside down world. I don't even know if you could show that shit. This is real. I never seen this happen, bro. Why would he put it on camera? So damn, yeah, I think that guy was literally getting stabbed up, unfortunately. Shouldn't show that. Should have been a disclaimer on there. Yeah. This has no sound, but this is very this feeling right here when that door closed. Ooh, it's like your soul leaves, bro. The humanity leaves you. I remember that feeling, bro. I hated it. I hated it, bro. It's a scary feeling. If you've never been through this, it's a very scary feeling. When them doors close, nobody can save you. Your mama, you can't. Ain't no phones in there. Ain't no phones in there, right? Outside of them, what they keystering up in there. But ain't no phones in there. You got to deal with this. This is something toilet connected to the sink. Do your time, right? So it's a package. It's all connected. It's what you're dealing with, right? I remember this whole setup. Yep. This right here, everything. Yeah, I'm not saying I was in the same prison cell, or same prison correctional facility, but this is normal right here. No room to do shit. Nothing. Your cellie bugging you. This is your bed right here. This is your bed. If you ever thinking about doing something retarded or doing something foolish, think about this. Think about that. All right, let's see. We got more. I know what this is for greatness. Great. That's a copyright situation. Let's see the foolishness. You do got to squab in there. You do got to learn how to swabble, man. You do got to learn how to swabble. Plenty of that going on. Plenty of this going on. Right? If you ever think you're going to go to these type of situations and get out of them by not doing this, you got a lot more coming to you. A lot more coming to you. I told you, this is all about pride. This is all about pride. Nothing have to do with real life stuff. It's all pride right here. It's also protecting yourself, because if you don't, there's more problems coming to you. Right? And your mama can't save you. Your mama can't save you. Something you got to deal with. All right, stuff that you have to do to survive in jail. Yep. Look at him getting ready to box it out, right? Stay free world. Yeah. I hate that they show shit like this because it's kind of normalizing it, but it's also not normalizing it. I don't even understand why kids still choose to go through this shit, bro. This is the most demoralizing thing you could ever go through. As far as when they check you into the facility, you have to literally squat and cough, get butt naked, bend down, right? These are the gang members too. Gang bangers, whoever played tough, they very submissive in there. Okay? You comply because you want your zoom zooms and wham whams. They lie to these kids and tell them it's okay to go to prison. Be big boy, get your big boy shirt. You can be tough. But when they go to jail, they're not fighting. They are fighting, but they're not fighting the police. They tell you F the police, but they listen to police because they want their privileges now. Don't get it twisted. They want to be a trustee. Hate it work. Not a taxpayer, but willing to go to jail to work for 2 cents. Ain't that foolish? Let's proceed. Let's see what they got for us. So look like a young dude. Very young kid. Oh, he got tattoos. Yeah, he still look young though. Look at him. Look at his pride. It's a pride talking. I gotta get busy. The person that's probably starting this shit is outside the door. Oh, this person said something about you. You better get busy. If not, I'm gonna gossip about you. I'm gonna gossip about you. All right. Stay free, world. That's right. Yep. Well, I don't want to hear what he has to say. He got the prison shirt on. You know. What's this situation here? It's a lot of people. Is it showers? Oh yeah, okay. So in this situation, when you get into, mind you, this is why you don't really become a correctional officer. You gotta show respect as well, bro. Because they will stab. They will unalive you in there. Correctional officers, right? Like I said, these people ain't got nothing to live for. All they care about is respect. If you disrespect them or make them feel some type of way, you are a target as well. But when they know that these COs is coming, correctional officers are coming, right? With force, they tie their face up. Boom. When you see somebody tying their face up when you're in that situation, something about to go bad. Something literally about to go bad. Put your game face on, because I experienced that in the county jail. Guys wrapping up their face. A guy just entering the dorm. Mind you, word spread fast in jail, bro. I don't know what it is, but it spread so fast. It's like the people we were in a dorm with already knew that this X amount of this person was coming to the dorm. They already masking up. I don't know if the CEOs let them know. Somebody wrote a kite. A kite is literally a message. Wrote a message to the opposite cell, whatever. Our opposite dorm, because it was in a dormitory setup. They knew this guy was coming. They masked up, getting their knives ready. Okay. I'm just happy it wouldn't happen to me, right? Self-preservation. I'm just happy it wouldn't happen to me. They masking up. I don't know what to happen because I've never been in jail, so I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. Everybody's telling the blacks, back up, because this was the Mexicans doing this. As soon as he got in the dorm, they let him put his because they give you a mat, right? A mat to set on your bed. They give you, they let you carry your property. As soon as he put his mat down, they bum rushed him. I don't know why, right? Because you can't really ask questions. Mama can't save you. So this is the norm, right? So when you see Taliban, they call it Taliban. When you see somebody Talibaning up, something bad about to happen. You better watch your 10. You better watch your back, because it might be you, right? Let's see what we getting something out of this. Yep, fighting back. Look at them, fighting back. Yeah, see, so the correctional officers must have disrespected these guys because they willing to fight. They willing to, or he probably trying to gain some stripes to see maybe he's the only one going through that. Maybe he's the only one doing that. Yeah, because you could be a specific CEO that they can't stand, and they plotting on you. Those prisoners are plotting on you. This is why, I respect them a lot, bro. I respect CEOs because I was an insider, right? Not insider telling on people, but I'm an insider. Like I was one of the inmates, and I realized that, you know what I'm saying? These people be plotting on these freaking correctional officers. If you don't treat them right, they plotting on you. Believe that. They ain't never going home. You can go home to your family, but you're gonna go home scarred. You ain't gonna trust nobody no more due to what these foolish people have done, right, to you and your family. Probably, I done heard crazy stories of guys doing stuff to them. All right, so I promised this guy that once I'm out here, I expose the Department of Corrections for their lack of security and moral housing. I mean, look, to be honest, being a correctional officer is a freaking job. All right, a lot of them, they don't care. Correctional officers don't care. That's what I'm saying. By the time that these correctional officers get to you, it was already done. Everything that needs to be done to you is already done. All right, there's no way out. There's no protection inside these prison cells, right? Inside the correctional facility, there's no protection. So don't go there, okay? You have to be super aggressive because you got to protect yourself. The person laying next to you could be plotting on you, right? He might be trying to hold you. Might try to play you, or put a bad word in there about you. And then now all of a sudden you got so many problems. So yes, correction officers lack security. Correction facilities lack security because they look at you as a prisoner. Why should I help you? You're a prisoner. So what? You did wrong, right? No matter, you don't got to explain yourself. You got sentenced already. It's already done. It's a bad deed. Nobody cares. I will build a platform and continue to shed light on the conditions behind those walls until our voice is heard. Bro, you're a prisoner. Nobody cares. I'm gonna be real with you. Nobody gives a fuck about you being a prisoner, bro. You got yourself in that situation. Yeah, you want to speak. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but nobody cares. All right? How about you stay out of jail, right? Don't speak up for criminals because you're not that anymore. But you look at yourself that way, so you care so much about it, right? Yeah, so I have thousands of videos stored in the gallery for my journey during my 12-year prison sentence. Okay, you've been in there for 12 years. I'm sure you're going to see something. I'm sure you are. I'm sure you're going to see some injustices, but it happens every single day. Don't put yourself in that position, and it won't happen, right? The best way to be is be not reactive but proactive, right? You ain't got to go to jail to see all this. You know, you seeing this happen. You see it. You got enough information now. You can watch this shit. Be proactive, not reactive, right? You got a little bit more of this foolishness. All right, we got inmate going viral after being seen having way too much fun despite being locked in. Okay, we don't know. I don't think it's a video. But dude, they do drugs as if they're on the streets. The only thing they don't have in jail is girls. All right, they got CO girls and stuff like. I'm saying you can't party with them in your cell, right? That's what I'm saying. But they got everything else. Lighters, right? I'm sure you can see it. They got phones. They ain't stopping nothing. Anything you want to do in there outside of having women, you can do as far as drugs. If you're a druggie, that's fine for you. Now, mind you, I'm just like any regular person. I don't do drugs. I've never done a drug in my life, right? So I was totally out the norm. This is not my life. It's not me. This is not what I want to do. It was easy for me to dip away from that type of lifestyle because I want nothing to do with it. After being put through that humiliation ritual, I want nothing to do with that lifestyle because it's not cute. It's not fun. I hated it. I hated getting looked at that way. But some people, it becomes normalized to where they having fun in jail. They doing drugs. They selling drugs, whatever, right? Look at this conditions. Look at the conditions. Yeah, this is normal. Like that's a mat. That's a mat that you lay on. It's just the mat that you sleep on. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes they take the cushion out. They make a knife out of it, or you can do anything with that. You can make it whatever you want to make. It's just literally old town living. This is like old time living, right? What do you do with your clothes? You wash it inside the toilet, the sink. Foolish. You let it dry on your bunk because they don't come and wash your stuff. This is literally, bro, jail cost. If you want extra linen and things like that, make your family send you a package. The ones that you turned your back on when you created the crime. Okay? The ones you turned your back on when you didn't want to listen. All right? Them the ones that got to help you. They don't understand that. They don't tell you that the crime, you got to pay for that crime. In jail, out of jail, you got to pay. If you don't got a good lawyer, you're going here. Okay? When you get there, you got to pay. You think that jail fool gonna hold you over? No, it's not. Okay, you got to depend on family, the ones you turn your back on. So you might as well love your family. You might as well not cause crime, right? You might as well not put nothing on their back because they got to deal with you regardless, all right? Or if you don't have family, this is why most people give up in jail, okay? Because of stuff like this. Did he wrap himself in there? Somebody in there? I've seen people do that. It was super cold. They get inside there. Yep. See, they living like the old days. It's Skid Row. If you from Cali, that's Skid Row right there, right in prison system, right? updates since this video is circulating that inmates are having multiple shakedowns and being treated harshly. Bro, it's a part of the game. I don't understand. I thought gangsters was gangsters, bro. You want to be gangster so bad you complaining when you get there? Like, bro, stop complaining. That ain't gangster. That ain't gangster, G. But I'm telling you, it's all a fucking fib. It's all a lie. It's all a game. Right? These same people that's choosing to be tough, they get in there, file complaints on people, snitching. Oh, well, if they might not be on paperwork, but they go in there, they be writing kites to the police sometimes, especially if they want to be saved. All right, so let's see what this young man has to say, or what they got to say to this young man. Tommy G asks how an inmate handles jail.
I've been locked up like 52 months.
Does that feel like a long time to you?
Nah, it really still feel like I got locked up yesterday.
Is there much to do for fun around here?
It's all about how productive you can be. You feel me? Find a way to keep themselves occupied, keep their mind off of whatever it is going on.
So what's your hope for the future?
That I get to see everybody around in these rooms on the street sooner or later.
Sadly, they don't want that for themselves, brother. They don't want that. Y'all don't want that for yourself. I've seen a whole bunch of this. And you see, bro, to be honest, I was in jail for like a year. Bro, it'd be crazy, like, especially in the county jail, the turnaround rate. You see the same people you seen before get out. Oh, I got a, release date. They come right back. Bruh. It's foolish. Some people like this shit. They tell you. It's a reason why people say it's jailhouse talk when they call their girl, baby, I'm gonna do good, baby, I love you. As soon as they get out, they can be what they always was, criminals. It made me look. This shit made me look at life different. I used to think that nobody deserved to be in jail. All this liberal bull crap. Until I went there, it's like, yeah, fuck all that. And some people deserve to be in jail, bro. Some people literally deserve to be in jail. Fuck all that. Keep them in there, please. Get them away from me. Foolish.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Oh, you can't hear that. Look at that fighting. They jumping him. Probably was giving the orders to jump him. Yep. Rich Cuz 300, probably game maker. Stay dangerous. There's the choices in life. Don't put yourself in a predicament. Right. Don't put yourself in that predicament. That's the best way to mitigate. It's the best way to not be in that situation. The best way to not be in that situation is to not be in that situation. Right? They talk crap about the squares, right? The ones that, the good guys. The good guys finish last, but they win the war. The good guys may finish last, but they win the war because women, they gonna come to you. Be a good guy all you want, right? As far as treating, and not saying like treating women right is wrong, but you gonna win in the end. You ain't partaking in the bad boy role. And look, stabbing incident occurred on at Hancock State Prison between GDs and Muslims. Yeah, we don't have much GDs and Muslims in California like that. Oh, we got Muslims, but we don't got the GDs and stuff like that control, jail. No, it's more Bloods, Crips, Hoovers, and all that bullshit. Resulting in multiple injuries, but not fatal. Our thoughts are with those involved and their loved ones. Yeah, you can lose your life in there. You can go in there for like a year. Let's say you got short time. They put you on a level 4 where everybody got life. Now you got a program. They call it programming. It's funny how they call it program. You got a program with those lifers. Basically adapt to their lifestyle because they ain't never going home. Okay? Them the most dangerous because over a phone, they're willing to take your life. Over you stepping on a shoe, they're willing to take your life. Over you looking at them funny, they will take your freaking life. Imagine you only got a few more months. You go to this situation. This is why I feel like guys that got smaller time should not be nowhere around them. Now, you're going to have to be around them because there's a certain thing called, I forgot what it's called. I ain't been in jail for so long, right? I only been in jail one time. That was it. That was like almost 12 years ago. I ain't never been back since. I ain't been in contact with a cop because I love life, baby. We love life. We're resilient, right? Shout out to me. But, you have to be on a level 4 to realize your point system. The point system is, have you been in jail? Are you really violent? Have you too violent and you keep going back and forth to jail? Your points go up. And you got to be with the lifers, man. So either way, it's like purgatory. Before you figure out where you're going to go, you got to be there and sit with the 4-yarders and lifers and see what they do, right? See, they program and they very strict in there. Very strict. This is why they don't tell these youngsters, right? These youngsters beef with everybody, hate everybody, but you're going to find some structure. You're going to get it from the popo, and you're going to get it from the guys that been in jail for as long as you've been alive. So you might as well do it on the streets, baby. If you could do it in there, do it on the streets, right? Simple. All right, we got prison life, POV. Imagine waking up to this scene every day. Yeah, it's gay. Yep, that's true, right? San Quentin prison 2008. They still serving the same thing. Even though this is 2008, this is your everyday lunch right here. This is everyday food, everyday morning. You got people on the towers pointing guns down just in case you get rowdy. You got the CEOs figuring things out. What we eat at San Quentin, right? This is crazy. This is every day. 2 eggs, hard boiled. They fight over them eggs, baby. They fight over them eggs. That milk. Yeah, they love that milk. Yeah. Grits. I don't know what that is. Oatmeal, maybe. Yeah. Oatmeal and grits, right? You got 2 bananas, right? That's luxury. That's luxury eating out there. That's luxury eating for an inmate, baby. So don't go there. Please don't. Right? Love your life. Love your life more than everybody else love you, because it's all you're going to have is yourself in there, right? Now, imagine being in here for 24 hours a day, right? You'll never understand the pain. Well, you should have thought about that, brother. Okay, we got GCM Media, ITD, right? 17 years, 11 months locked in this crap. I came out swinging for the fence. No guy, gal can trick me out of my position. I move when I'm ready. Yeah. Well, 17 years of your life of going to this toilet. Yeah, man, you wasted your time, man. You wasted very much. So your prime years should have been a square, bro. I love being a square so much. I used to game bang, bro. I used to be a dummy. I used to get mad over words. Man, it's so peaceful not having to worry about that. Get to lay in your own house in your own time. Work sucks sometimes, but I'd rather be at work than be here. I'd rather be at work than be here. I'd rather have something to do. It's a man's nature, right? Let's see a little bit more. Manhood taken in prison. No. We can't watch that. Like I said, I ain't never experienced that. I'm sure it happens. So, last thing you want in prison is to get your phone taken. Right. This is a privilege that these younger guys have, right? You get to experience the outside world and inside, right? Right. Like I said, it's a gift and a curse because people didn't understand. People used to ask questions. They used to be so much. They used to glorify it and be cool. Like, I want to see what prison looked like. Oh, how is it in prison? You now get to see it. It ain't worth shit. It ain't nothing going on in there. It ain't nothing going on in this prison system that you need to see. Ain't nothing going on in this prison system that you actually like. I promise you. Nothing. All right. But it's good that you get to see it if you ever wanted to see it, right? Beyond Scare Straight My Butt, they got people that got phones that live stream this shit every day, trying to make that little money on. Because guess what? It costs to be the boss in jail. It costs to eat in that motherfucker. You start starving by the shit. Breakfast happen, by lunch you starving. The bologna sandwiches ain't gonna hold you. You getting all buffed up on them. You need soups. You need the zooms and wham whams to keep you going, right? This is a prison cell right here, baby. It's a prison cell right here, right? You boarded up. You got your door jam, right? Just so you can pop out whenever you feel like it. You want to pop out, right? These doors electrically buzz open, so when you jam it, there's no way from them to come in unless you let them. Okay, so this is a jammer because he got a phone. So he don't want them to take it from him. So this is the alert. You can't come here until I let you in. So I can hide my phone, right? Who wants to live like that? Right? You came from not following rules on the streets to you scared of the cops. You hate the cops so much, but now you scared to get caught because you like them privileges. You had privileges when you was free, baby. Utilize them privileges to be great, right? We got a few more videos of this foolishness. They playing soccer in the feds, baby. They playing soccer in the feds, right? Crazy work. Well, that's a violation in jail, right? Maybe in California it's different, but in he's in Georgia. This is a prison in Georgia. Prison has been a place that some people glorify, but this is definitely a place you don't want to be. Share this with a young person. I agree. I don't think that most people need to see this shit, but most people need to see it, right? You'd be surprised how many young people are super into this stupid ass bull crap. Allah, right? They go to jail. They don't believe in Jesus, but they go to jail and join Allah because protection matters, right? Protection matters. That's why most people join this religion, not because they seriously they're seriously into it. No, they join it because it's like a gang that protects you. Is it foolish? Hell yeah. They'll figure out the true intentions. Most people that got a year or two, are not joining no religion because they don't give a crap. Like him showing, okay, they got white boys that's black. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's a violation. In California, I don't know if Georgia's the same thing. They segregated, but in California, if you see a white boy hanging with a black guy, most of the time he better be from a gang that's willing to stick up for him, or he's cannon fodder. He's getting his ass ripped to shreds. Not on no weird shit, but I'm talking about like, you see that knife? Got a few of them stuck in him. All right, let's see. We're gonna show y'all a little bit more. What the hell? We got a fireball in here. Oh, there's no lacking in prison. All right. Look at him playing tough. See, they got weirder. Damn, he bullying the shit out of him, man. Yeah, that's more problems. The fact that he did that, the dude has proved that he won't defend himself. Like I said, this is the more problems coming from not defending yourself. This is what happens right here. Look at him pants sagging, acting fool, right? Dude came up, slapped him, playing with him because he proved it. This is why pride matters. You got a lot of that coming if you don't do what you're supposed to do. Don't want to show no stabbing videos, bro. Not gonna like that. Sneak thieves. Oh, that's the one thing you don't do in prison is steal. You can be a thief out in the streets, but if you go in here and you start stealing, that's your butt. Not. When I say that, I gotta act like I'm talking about prison. It's not gay shit. I'm talking about like, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. You're getting stabbed up. Okay, I've been in plenty of situations where I don't steal, I don't do drugs. People will pin their problems on you. On the streets, they thieve, so they can't stop stealing in jail. But meanwhile, like I said, in California, it's very segregated. So even though I don't want to say this live. Even though I stick to myself and I don't really care about race like that. If a black person do something, then it's my problem now. I don't do drugs. Listen, I'm telling you, you can go in there for a year, okay? But you can come out there with 3, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, right? Because added to your sentence because what somebody else did. And I always told people when I was in jail, right? I worked it out every single day, read my Bible, stayed out the way, okay? Played chess. The only game I played, I didn't care about no poker, no bullshit, and dominoes. I don't want to. I'd rather play a game of when you got to think, of a strategic mindset, reading books, shit like that. The only thing I could do. I don't give a fuck about no phones. Yeah, they had them. I don't want to participate in that because I want to get out. Okay, real life rehabilitate myself. But guys stealing, I always told people, hey, don't make your problem my problem, because if you do, then I gotta deal with you, and I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna go hard like you trying to take my life. You trying to make me stay here longer than what I need to stay, because I know how to keep my nose clean and stay out the fucking way. Don't talk to people. Don't bother people. Don't get into drugs. Yeah. So now I'll take it personal now. It's like you want me to stay here, and you done created a demon doing that, bro. We had to get somebody off the yard a few times playing like this, and I was willing to. I was the first participant. Let's go. Because if you don't, guess what? Riot happens. You get more time. I'd rather get the person off the yard and have a riot, right? That's what I did. I participated in that. Do I feel bad? Yeah, because it's not fun having to be that violent. You don't see yourself that way. You're not yourself anymore. But you fight for your freedom. You fight for your life. You understand that? Don't be a part of it. Let's see. Sharing a prison cell. Yeah. He about to fight, maybe. Sharing a prison cell is difficult for so many reasons, and sometimes you have to have a real conversation with the cellie about living together and all. I mean, more. All in all, please stay free. Yeah, your prison cellie. Yeah, I mean, you spend most of the time with this person. When they dirty, you got to deal with it. Most of the time, people fight. You hear them getting it on, as far as fighting. When you're in your cell, you probably know it ain't gonna work out, because when you dirty, you gonna fight. Especially you going to somebody's cell. You promise, man? You gonna fight. Or if you talk too much, you sleep crazy, anything could cause a fight in there. Okay? But most of the time, people are getting into it with their cellie. I don't care how best of the friends you are. It's a love-hate relationship with your cellie, man. So you might as well be on the streets and get your own free space and live your life, man. No matter where you living, it's way better than jail. Right? Even if you're homeless, it's better than jail. I hate to say that, but it's better than jail. You get to control your own destiny. You get to not make yourself homeless. Okay? In jail, you cannot not make yourself a prisoner. You have to deal with it. Okay? All right. We got the county jail. County jail is crazy, especially in California. I don't know where this guy is at. It says, county jail, white guy loses a bet, gets smashed from 5 guys. Oh, yeah, smack. Sorry, smash is crazy work. I lied to y'all. He gets smacked by 5 guys. Why would you do that? Fucking dummy. Now you let them guys play with you. Now, like I said, now he created more problems. He got smacked in his face, lost the bet. Oh, he just... They gonna bring it whenever they get mad. You let 5 dudes smack you in your face. No, you weak. Now, guess what? Now I gotta prove a point. Now I'm doing... I had 3 more years. I had 3 years left. Now I'm doing 20 years because I let somebody play with me. Now I gotta prove a point to somebody. All right, stay free. We like that. Okay, so obviously, when watching this, guy ran in back of him and socked him in his face. You get a lot of that backdoor stuff. You never know. That's why you got to watch what you say and watch who's around you, because always be alert, because you don't know what you don't know. And you better know what you don't know, because your life is in danger at all times, right? Man gets his hair done. That's kind of creepy, right? That's creepy, but I've seen that a lot in jail. Yeah, I've seen that a lot in jail. I don't want to get my hair braided. I don't want to get my hair touched by another man, dog. It's gay as gay as hell, right? Yeah, that's gay, bro. That's gay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. That's gonna make you get looked at crazy. He's trying to make money. The barber or whatever, the hairdresser is trying to make money. He need them zooms and wham whams. But you sitting there letting a dude, you know. he might not on the other side. He might be playing for the other side, but he probably got a visit coming through to see his girl. But that dude, that suspect, people gonna use that against you. Now you gotta prove yourself again, man. Let's get it. We got this guy, this situation. I don't care about him, but okay, let's just do it. FBG Buddha, right? And another inmate swing on each other in jail. Thoughts? Okay. All right. Obviously, it's fighting. That happens, right? We all know that. Now you got guys trying to do random TikTok videos, I guess. Right? He could have done this on the streets, but he'd rather do this in jail, right? He'd rather do this in jail. He could have done this on the streets. Yeah, let's not watch this. It's crazy. We post jail videos. Okay, got you. Shot's doing 39 years, okay? You won't believe what goes down behind these bars. I don't know what's going on with him. Why is he stuck on the bars like this? Uh-oh. You gotta watch it back. But you got the police right there, so I think he's feeling comfortable. Doing 39 years. Oh, I guess he's I guess this guy is somebody that they know. He's dead inside. Yeah, he is dead inside. He lost everything. He has no soul. He got to do that whole 39, dog. Hopefully they come up with some new laws. But who wants to be waiting out there for them to come up with new laws for them to be free? Man, that's the video, man. This is the video for today, man. If you can, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know you guys rock with me, man. Be a part of Cole's game. Be a part of my growth, man. I appreciate you guys for everything you do. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me, man. So please, if you can, comment, like, subscribe, man. Subscribe to my kick, right? At Coach Kane CB. I try to stream every day, not around the same time, because I got to set some stuff up for you guys to get this content about here. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you guys for showing up, showing out. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know it's real. Let me know the love is real, man. We gonna clip this shit up, and we gonna make something out of this, man.